in like 3 seconds. And like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 7, 4, 3, 2, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. You know what it is. It's the Basics Podcast.
Crazy frog, bing, bing.
Bing,
Let's
bing,
go,
bing, 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 bing.
Podcast coming at you live and direct from the belly of the Centra. It's Big Wax Gunny, and I'm at it again, bruh. I park when I spit, not to press my luck, because I ain't got no insurance, and if I wreck, I'm fucked. Yo, shout out to Wax. Shout out to Herbal Tea.
Big Wax.
Shout out to Powerful Web. R.I.P. Dumbfound dead. Motherfucking who else? Shit. Who was the other guy?
I'm Jordan, that's Justin. If you don't know, then
That's
you
right.
best find out.
That's
if you
right. There
don't
we go.
know, now
Well,
you
shit,
know.
man.
I do got to give you a heads up. I'm getting a low bandwidth from you. It's working, but just in case you got anything else running.
Low bandwidth. Let me do this real quick. Hold up. I haven't done this in a while. Let me kill all these.
Fuck that mezcal, dude. What the fuck, man? God damn. I'm just gonna take this shot and then just say fuck it and not drink anymore. I was so excited, dude. I was so excited.
Hey, man. You know what? You can't win them all. It's
Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan won them all.
Did he win them all?
Every single finals that he played in.
Okay, I was gonna say he didn't win all the titles, the title or the accolades, I suppose. But yes, shouts out. This is the Jordan year. This is the 2023, the year of Jordan. You are a Jordan. Do you feel more powerful in this year of the Jordan?
I definitely feel, yes, I feel focused. I've been pretty focused this year so far, which is good.
That is good. I'm glad to hear that because, a lot of times, you let the numbers, the numerology, you got to use it to your advantage, bro. It's like you can't just let things, potential energy pass you by. You got to capture, you got to grab it, you got to use it sometimes, Like right now, I just got a notification on my goddamn phone saying it's about to start fucking snowing at 6:35 p.m. and I am pissed off right now. This is impromptu. This just happened to me live. I just got the notification on my phone, and now I'm upset. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm ready to fucking fuck this pod up, bro. Let's burn it. Let's light it all on fire.
It's all fucked, bro, dude. PLUTO this morning, March 23rd, and early this morning, PLUTO just went into fucking Aquarius.
Uranus.
Man.
Oh, what?
Aquarius.
Oh,
Aquarius,
shit,
dude. It's a new age, man. Pluto is a planet that represents death and rebirth, and it's going to be there for 20 years. And who knows what's going to happen, dude? Who knows what's going to happen? But
maybe they're 20 years. It also represents mankind's limits of knowledge. So for a long time, we didn't even know it existed. Then we found it. Then we argued about it. Then we got a picture of it. Then we argued about it more. And then we got better pictures of it. And now we're still kind of arguing about it. So like that Pluto represents not only a fictional dog, not only a Greek god, not only, humans. Roman, sorry.
Which is based on the Greek gods.
But it represents mankind's scientific, limits right now. Like we have pictures of Pluto from a flyby that lasted about fucking New Horizons mission. I think it flew by in like fucking an hour or like 45 minutes or something.
Hella quick.
Like New Horizons was literally solely designed to go look at Pluto, and that motherfucker was like this. It was like this, like you're Pluto right here, and it was like flying, whoa, gone, and it was just like, dude, it had to like rotate itself like to look longer, and it only got to see one side, like it didn't get to see the whole thing. So our knowledge is still very limited, but you see that little like heart-shaped kind of different type of like rock implant or imprint on the surface, where it's like we're arguing about that now. It's like we're still arguing about whether or not it does qualify as a planet or if it's just a planetesimal. And so Pluto is a fantastic just kind of a mirror to hold up to mankind, you know. What do you think the next 20 years holds for mankind? Where do you think we'll be in 20 years?
I'm sorry, hold on. Technical difficulties.
We got some technical difficulties. Some technical tickle me knees. So we're going to have to stand by. We're going to have to stand by, and I'm going to have to relight this spliff.
Sorry about that. What was your question about Pluto in 20 years?
No. Mankind in 20 years. Is ChatGPT running the whole thing? Are we going back? Are we going to Pluto?
I want to say one thing about Pluto, and I'll answer that question. I don't like I just got a bone to pick with the people that say Pluto's not a planet. Like, it's not a fucking moon. The sun doesn't have moons like that. A sun's moon is called a planet. It's a sphere and it's orbiting the sun. It's a fucking planet, dude. Oh, Pluto's not a fucking planet. Like, what the fuck do you mean it's not a planet? It's a fucking yes. It's a fucking rock sphere. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking gas giant or if it's a fucking rocky planet. It's a fucking planet. It's a fucking rock sphere. It's big. It fucking orbits the sun. A moon that orbits a star is called a planet. It doesn't. It's a fucking. I don't give a. Those people are retarded. Fucking It's an exoplanet. What the fuck's an exoplanet? Like, what the fuck is no, it's either a planet or it's not a planet. And obviously it's not a planet because it's there. It's a fucking rocky sphere. Like, what the fuck, dude? An exoplanet would be a fucking out in the middle of nowhere piece of fucking hunkin' rock, dude. That it doesn't have a star, dude.
What you call Pluto? It's not close. You know what I mean? It's like
it doesn't matter. It still orbits the sun. It doesn't matter if it's close or not.
It does. It just begs the question. It
doesn't though. It orbits the sun. It doesn't matter if it's close or not. It still orbits the sun. It still orbits our star. It doesn't matter how far the orbit is. It's a fucking planet. It's just they're fucking arguing about fucking definitions and what it is. It's a fucking sphere that's big and orbits the fucking sun. Like, that's what a fucking planet is. I don't care if it's rocky. I don't care if it's a fucking made of gas, dude. What's at the center of that gas shit? It's gonna be something solid too. There's fucking gas on the fucking rocky planets. It's called an atmosphere that we got. You just can't fucking see it because you're fucking blind and dumb. God damn it, dude.
So I just want to make you known, and I'm sure you're already aware.
Play devil's advocate.
The number one proponent of Pluto not being a planet anymore is Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, and he's fucking idiot, dude. That guy's a fucking idiot. The older he gets, the dumber the shit he says, dude. God damn, his best years are way behind him.
Neil deGrasse Tyson used to be a fucking legend, bro.
He used to be. He was my favorite fan. I used to be a big fan too, but
I listened to Star Talk, his podcast, from its inception, like from the beginning in like 2000, I think it was like 11 or 2010. And then I stopped listening to that podcast fucking like 3 years ago. I have not listened to it in like 3 years, but I still see it on my feed every day, but I never click on it because the dude just fucking sucks, dude.
What made you stop listening to it?
The fucking guy will just get on Twitter and fucking listen to himself tweet, bro. He just loves to hear himself talk. Like, the guy is no longer hitting us with like crazy mind-bending facts. He's now just being like, who the fucking and like, bro, I'm like, dude, what happened to you, Neil, bro? You used to be on your stride, bro. You was like mid stride, just like hitting every fucking mark, just fucking getting it. And then something happened.
He just tries to be edgy and like get people
he
to
tried to be.
like,
I think what happened, bro. I think I'll tell you what happened. I guarantee you almost. I'll bet you this lines up with when I stopped listening. What I say 3 years ago. Find out when the new Cosmos came out.
New Cosmos. I think that was more than 3 years ago.
The one that Neil deGrasse Tyson hosted, when he hosted that,
Yeah.
or it was probably like shortly after that, like, because Neil would always talk about Carl Sagan and how Carl
Io
Sagan's
walks
a
in the
fucking
chat.
legend. What's up?
Io walks in the chat.
Yo,
What
shouts
up,
out
Io?
Io Walks.
Bro, this guy is a legend, bro.
Absolutely.
Io walks, dude. Oh my god.
So
Okay, I'm looking it up right now. When the new Cosmos came out.
maybe it was before that. Maybe it was like 2017 or something. But like, it was after that that Neil started
2014.
Like 14.
And then there was a new one that came out in 2020.
Maybe that one. The one with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
The one with Neil deGrasse Tyson, the remake from the the original one? What's his face's? You just said his name.
Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. The first update was 2014 with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he made another one, and that one came out in 2020. And that
I feel like it was after the second one. Then the first one, that may have been fine. I don't remember, but
so the first one was a full series, and there was, says right here, 9 hours and 17 minutes long, with multiple episodes, and then there was just a 45-minute documentary Cosmos update in 2020.
So I guess maybe it was after 2014. Maybe it just took a couple years. I don't know. The man had his ego stroked massively by basically getting to do what his like idol, his predecessor did. Like Neil, above everything, even above being an astrophysicist, he labels himself like a fucking communicator, like an educator. And that's what Carl Sagan was, the ultimate educator. And then like, so you got like Bill Nye done it perfectly. Execution, perfect.
No. His old stuff. No, dude, are you like updated on like the new crazy stuff Bill Nye has been talking about? Like he talks about a lot of political stuff that is like, dude,
fuck.
Are you serious? No. Have you like listened to any of it, like the new stuff that he talks about?
No, well, I've listened to him recently because he's the chairman of the Planetary Society, which the Planetary Society is like the largest citizens like united global effort for space travel. They have the light sail. They have the light sail 1 and 2. They've already launched and they've worked. They're like light sails that fucking fly. And that's the Planetary Society. And that's Bill Nye is the chair of that. He is the head of that.
That's pretty
And so I've listened to him like recently, like as of like, I don't know, a couple months ago, talking about that and like their mission statements. There's like a quarterly address that he gives to the Planetary Society members. And I've listened to that stuff. I have not listened to any of his political shit. I don't know what the fuck that's
that's cool. I didn't know he was doing that stuff. I've just seen some like whack stuff that
okay, that's
in my opinion. I'm not gonna go like into it, but I have heard some stuff from him that's weird regarding some like social political stuff. It's like
sure.
Like I think it was about like trans stuff, which like, dude.
Yeah, it's like, why the fuck are you talking about that, Bill? Nye? You're a science dude. Come on, just
stay in your lane, dude.
Stay in your fucking lane, Bill. You're killing it. But anyway, so Neil went way off the rails, not necessarily in the political route, but just in kind of like the ego route. Like he lost because Neil was always fucking humble as fuck, like humble ass dude. Like he's a wrestler, bro's fucking 6'4", massive as fuck. Like fucking used to be shredded, dude.
Yeah, I've seen pics.
Dude was a
Should we
fucking
pull up pics? Should we look at some? Let's pull up some pics of Jack Neil deGrasse Tyson. Dude.
Pull up some wrestler pics. The guy fucking was majoring in astrophysics. While fucking wrestling a weight class, bro. Like top of his weight class.
Yeah, I've seen I would, dude. I was a big fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson, but if he's the main guy that's saying Pluto's not a planet, come on, dog.
Yes.
What is it? I mean, like, guy, you got like, I don't know. I don't like that. There's two categories of what's a planet and what's not a planet. You got to call them two different things just because it's rocky and far away. Like, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah,
about
bro. Look at that
It's a
shit.
planet.
That guy would fuck you up. That guy is 6'3". How tall is he? You typed in Jack Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's height, weight, body weight stats.
Yo,
Neil
what's his
deGrasse
dick
Tyson's
size,
stats.
Bro, look at how big his dick is, bro. How big is that dick?
You said, what do you want? Height or weight or what?
Height.
Height.
I thought he was like 6'3". Oh shit, boy,
6'2"?
6'2". But still, man, like
Celeb height says he's 6'1", peak height 6'2". You know, he's getting older, he's shrinking.
yeah, and heavy people tend
But
to
he's
shrink.
tall. He's a tall dude.
Yeah, tall dude, very intelligent, but just like got his ego stroked by getting, by fulfilling his sensei's like, fucking shoes, basically. Like got in there. Was he actually
That's not him.
look at the one with the aviators on. Click on that one. That's hilarious, bro. Hell yeah. That boy's swagging, dude.
Look at those what do they call those mutton chops?
Oh, big time. Yeah, anyway, I don't fuck with Neil anymore, really. I haven't listened to his podcast in a long time. Maybe he's gotten better, but for a long time, dude, his fucking Star Talk, which is supposed to be about fucking space, it's called Star Talk. Every fucking episode was about some bullshit.
I'm drinking more, dude. I'm pissed off. I gotta drink some more.
Fuck yeah, bro.
The more I drink, the better it tastes, dude.
It's gonna turn into whiskey in your brain. You're good. You're on the right path. But yeah, so I stopped fucking with Neil, and I don't think I should probably listen to him again, but maybe, I feel you, bro. And it's also it's the ego for me is what happened. But anyway.
Yeah, when I hear him talk, I'll see stuff from him every once in a while, and I was a big fan, but a lot of the things he does now, it is like he goes in and he has his ego, and when someone tries to push back on anything that he says, I feel like he is like, oh, no, like I'm the guy that knows more, and that's not possible, sort of thing, just because
yes
like, oh no, that's not in the realm of possibility of anything that could ever happen. But some things are in the realm of, like, who knows? We were talking about infinity last episode, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have anywhere close to even half of the answers of what is, and so you can't just like assume certain things that aren't possible, you know what I mean? So
right.
I dislike him even more now because he's black.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. I was trying to be edgy.
Okay,
everybody.
edgy
We'll
joke.
bleep that one out in post. We'll bleep that one out. We'll cut it out.
Put that one just on in Rumble. We'll put that one on.
Rumble only. Rumble and TikTok. But all the United States ones, dude, because Rumble's Canadian, I think, right? Rumble's not even American. Rumble's Canadian, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think so. But no, that was just a joke. I dislike him even more because he's the main guy that says Pluto's not a planet.
We started off with
it's not,
numerology and then Aquarius. Is it Aquarius?
The age of Aquarius or something like that. Yeah. Pluto moved into they just say moved into Aquarius. I don't even know what that means, dude. Honestly, everyone's talking about it though. It's supposed to signify something important because Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, and it's a new age. It's been in the age of Capricorn for the last couple decades or something like
What they-
that. And it's gonna be in
what-
Aquarius for the next like 20 years.
What they mean
So-
by age is that's where the planet shows up in the constellations. Right? You knew that.
Oh
part.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
But
that
they
just
say
means-
if you describe it like that, I understand what you're saying. But if you call it the age, I don't know what you're talking about. You know?
yeah, bro. These motherfuckers have their marketing all fucked up. But
Like,
hey, whatever.
give it to me in astronomy terms, not astrology terms, and
No,
then
I
I'll
don't
understand you.
I am not trying to make this shit make sense. That's the last thing I want. That's the very fucking last thing I want is this shit to start making sense to people. Hey, more power to an Aquarius, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, yeah, Darius, click that fucking link. Come on, bro. Click that goddamn link, Darius. Unless Iowox is Darius, in which case, comment that.
I don't think so.
All right.
He said, "Oh wait, maybe it is, dude. Maybe it is Darius. Who knows, dude? Iowox. Remember Darius? We're trying to get him to come on. He says, "Oh, dude, I can't. I'm too high." The first thing Iowox logs in right away, and first thing he hits up in the chat, he says, "I'm zooted." Who knows?
Is Iowox Darius? That's the question.
Iowox
Hey, which one of these
Darius.
cigars should I smoke for my neighbor?
Whatever's the boldest. I still haven't smoked the cigars that you brought over.
I got a blondie. I got a toast. I got a.
Iowox says ChatGPT hacked my MySpace and now I can't get near a school, but I live next to one. So I have to move it with a balloon, but it was shot down. Iowox now says now I'm in a field. What?
That boy's in a field, bro.
That's
what he said,
okay.
Man. We gotta believe him.
Okay. But Iowox says he lives next to a school. He lives next to one. I don't think Darius lives next to one. Not that close. Unless he's lying. But Iowox, dude, you're on the same page as our friend that we tried to get on today. You're zooted. He's zooted.
That's true.
Iowox, put your email in the chat. Come on the pod right now, dude. I'll shoot you that link. I gotta send it to you in your email. Just click that link, go through Zoom, and we could get you if you got your phone right now. Or if you got a webcam or you're on the PC, you can do whatever you want. Dude, I still haven't smoked those cigars that you brought over. They're still there in my little mini humidor.
So I gotta cut that bitch off, right?
Yeah, or you could poke a hole in it.
Oh, I'm gonna poke a hole in it.
You could do it like have you the way that I do it? I do the little circular hole. I like it like that.
You like a little circular hole? You're a fan of circular hole?
Yeah.
Shouts out, bro. Me too.
I am a fan. This mezcal tastes like shit.
Dude, Jordan, I love that you're drinking shitty mezcal, bro. That's honestly awesome. Okay, so listen. So
it's just making me more and more pissed off every single sip. Every single sip I take, I'm like, this is fucking shitty, dude. This is shitty.
Yeah.
This is shitty. This is shitty. And I'm just like,
No.
fuck. But I want to get drunk. Like, I want to get drunk.
Great. That is, you got to realize. Hold on, that is great energy to bring to a setting. Is that like you're getting pissed off drunk? Like that is, but you're not drunk yet. But that is fantastic energy to bring to any setting. Is like eminently pissed off energy, but not pissed off yet. But also on the way to getting pissed off. So, I personally, I'm gonna do a little pivot. As I light this, I think.
Yeah,
should I smoke this indoors or should I smoke this outdoors?
Are we going mobile?
I don't know. I have the generator on. Probably shouldn't go too mobile. Are you going? Can you go mobile or no?
I can't go mobile. No.
You can't go mobile.
Why would I need to go mobile?
Oh, dude, I don't know. What if what if it rains so much that it floods? You're by the river.
I mean, I could go mobile if I like needed to like get in from my phone and stuff, but like you're the one that's smoking indoors. Like, why would I need to go mobile? Like, you're like
That
1,000
is
miles
true.
from me, dude.
That is very true. I am the one here propositioning the idea of smoking indoors here. So
I still got your little Marlboro right here that you dropped in some whiskey. I still have it. I used a little bit for a little Moki Bowl a few weeks ago,
nice.
but it's still there if I want to smoke that.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know if
That
I want.
alcohol will fucking activate right away, bro. You'll get faded off that dude.
I don't know. I might smoke a Moki Bowl though.
Smoke a mogi.
Like, I didn't want to smoke weed, but like if I get too angry, I'm gonna have to smoke weed so I don't hurt my. So, I'm thinking about murder.
Let's murder Neil deGrasse Tyson. Clip it. Send it. Send it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Dude, yeah. So this morning I woke up. Or actually, let me go back. So I'm gonna transition to my trailer real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just because I hit a major milestone today in my life and just in things in general, because of the fact that I have never seen that thing with power on. Okay. I bought it or didn't buy it, but I took it, paid to move it, and I have no idea if anything in there fucking even works. Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Up until today. So that's the pretext for what happened. So a couple days ago, my coworker, like, she was taking some time off. I'm going way back into the story. I fucking hate when my dad does this, but I'm gonna fucking do this just because it gives better context. My coworker fucking needed some time off, so I'm like, oh shit, like, I'll cover whatever you need. And she's like, okay, I'll work this day for you if you work this day for me. I'm like, okay, that means I get tomorrow off. And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I got one day off in the middle of my week. So I worked 2 days, got a day off, worked a third day, and now I'm on my first day off. And then I have another day off. And then I work 5 days in a row. And then I have another 3-day weekend. So 5 10s in a row, but I got a day off in the middle of my week. Anyway, the reason that I mentioned that is because I was in a certain, like, neural state. You get into certain neural mind states, right? Where it's like, and maybe
you're angry.
Maybe this. I was gonna say maybe this because I'm bipolar, but yeah, maybe I'm just talking about emotions. But no. So I was kind of like in like a neural state where I was very excited that I was gonna have this random day off in the middle of my week. Like, I had only worked 2 days. I had worked my first day, and this was in the middle of my second day at work that I find out I'm gonna get tomorrow off. Right. So my brain is just firing on all cylinders. I'm like, what am I going to do tomorrow? What can I do? This is like a fantastic opportunity, just a random day off. Like, let's make the most. And I didn't really come up with anything, but my brain just couldn't shut off. Right. So I'm like, I get home after work. It's 10 o'clock. I log on to the web. I'm thinking, like, it's springtime. It is the first day of spring. Or like whatever, a couple days ago. It's about to be springtime. I got to figure out this mobile home situation. So I just get on some forums. I just get on some off-grid forums. Hours of looking up, like, electrician forums, off-grid forums, mobile home forums, and kind of like cross-referencing all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've got a very unique situation here. I have a mobile home, which electricians, I mean, that's its own type of shit. Like, it's not really like house shit, but it kind of is, but it's kind of not. So it's like the electrician shit is unique. My situation off grid is
How
unique.
is it different?
Well, just like the amps are different. Like, you have, like, I have a much smaller in the mobile home. Like, my max breaker is 30 amps. In homes, you have 60, 120 amp breakers and shit like that. Like,
okay,
it's a kind of a different ball game. When you're talking about like mobile home shit like that. And then you start talking about taking something that was previously hooked up to city power and attaching it to a generator, right? Because I'm off grid. So you got to start interfacing that. And that's where I went to like the off grid communities. But then I had a lot of the off gridders don't take mobile homes and move them off grid. They build their own thing off grid. So they do that. So I'm trying to like integrate the mobile home with the off grid. And it took me like 3 or 4 hours. I was up till like 2 a.m. But I figured out essentially that I could take a breaker switch, which normally people only use for their house, like so that they can like change it over to generator power if their power goes out. Like, so these things exist for like homeowners that want to have a second option to run like just their most important things, like 30 amp things, like off of a generator. Just because, you know, if the power goes out, you still want to be able to use your maybe your dryer. You want to be able to use all of your things.
You want your fridge to keep running. You know,
exactly.
You don't want your food to go bad.
Exactly.
You want lights. So yeah.
And that's what 30 amps allows us. It allows you to keep your basics running and probably do one big appliance at a time, right? You can't go much over that. That's not what generators are for. That's not what these switches are for.
Yeah.
So I bought the terminal box with the plug on it. And then I bought an adapter for my 30 amp generator plug that I already have that goes into my RV. I bought an adapter for that went into, and dude, that was fucking hard as fuck to find that adapter, bro. It's a female 4-prong and a male 3-prong adapter that's rated for 30 amp. Because they'll have a lot of those for like 15 amp and 20 amp, like, you know, rated cable. So it was fucking, I went on Amazon.
Did you not have like the NEMA rating? You didn't know the NEMA rating that you needed?
No.
You know what a NEMA rating is?
What is it?
So the NEMA rating on plugs are like, it'll say like 30A dash like
P6.
Something like that. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And here, let me pull them up so it gives a visual. NEMA rating for plugs. It's basically or it's not a NEMA rating, excuse me. It's the NEMA configuration. Let me share my screen real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sell these all the time at Gray Bar.
Well, let me grab a Guinness real quick.
So
yeah, mine is 125 volt.
So this is how you know what you need.
Yeah.
Like when you're searching online for
yep,
like whatever you need. You said 30 amps, right? And so
yeah,
the 30 amps going to be, it's going to have thicker wire. It's going to have a certain plug configuration.
Yeah, my shit is thick as fuck.
Yeah, and then you can find the NEMA configuration that is on your generator, and then do like type in that NEMA configuration to whatever is on that.
Oh, see, I didn't know that this graph existed, bro. If I would have had this graph, this would have been so helpful. I literally spent an hour. Spent an hour figuring that shit out on my own without this graph. Holy fuck.
Yeah, and then if you look at the plugs, they should have this written on there somewhere.
Yeah, they do.
So what you'll do is like, you'll just take the NEMA configuration, say like whatever it is, like NEMA 1050. So that's NEMA 10. So that's a configuration.
Right there. No, mine's actually, it's the 3 that are offset like that, and then goes to. I just tried to scroll on my screen.
NEMA 1030, because it's a 30 amp.
Yeah, that one's it, and it's 120, or 125, but it goes to another 125.
Right. So
I think it was back up top. Or
NEMA, let's see. You said it's the 3 and it's diagonal.
Yep. And then it goes to a 4-prong lock.
Four-prong lock. So and then
yeah. So actually, maybe it is
these
one of
ones.
the 250.
These ones are these ones right here on this list are all non-locking. The locking ones will have an L in there somewhere. It'll be like NEMA L 14-30. So let me go back to that one right here. That was similar to yours. I'll just use this one as an example. NEMA 10, that's the configuration of like what the plug looks like. dash
Yep.
30. 30 is the amperage that
Right.
you're gonna that it's used for, and like the wire gauge and all that. So then you would search NEMA 1030 because that's the plug you need on one side, male or female, and then conversion to or whatever. Use a thesaurus to find whatever word you want for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like NEMA 1032, and then you needed a locking plug. So then it would be like, say it was like NEMA 11L.
Yeah, bro.
Or a NEMA L1115. I'll pull up the locking plugs. I'll show you that.
So I had to find one that was a non-locking. So I ended up, because dude, it's so fucked up, bro. So I've got so many connections. It goes from the generator, right? So my generator's got the locking plug.
So these are the locking ones. Oops.
I have 4 connections total.
It's
Going from the generator to the mobile home now.
NEMA L515, NEMA L2530. So that's how you would search it. Like you would do like whatever one you needed on this side, NEMA 1030 to NEMA L30. So the L designate
3 hours fucking slaving over a hot cell phone trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, you should have called me, dude.
Called you.
I used to deal with these every single day. Once I learned about these, it was one of my favorite things to learn about when I was working at Gray Bar. I was like, oh, this shit's so cool. Like, I know how to, like, if everyone, like, I'm that guy. If anyone needs a plug, I got you. Or then we wouldn't call them plugs. We would call them receptacles because we're professional. Or we wouldn't call them outlets. We would call them receptacles. Because they're receiving the plug, you know, you put it into it. So receptacle, it's like receiving, recept, you know. So sure. It's fucking Latin and Greek grammar.
Dude, yeah. So, but anyway, it took me forever to figure out what you just showed me.
That's nasty.
What was that?
That was sipping on mezcal. No. I'm done.
So I was like, and then, but also, so what I had to do in terms of getting that hookup correct, I also had to find the right plug that would adapt to the breaker box that already exists in the mobile home, right? So, it's got the fucking red wire, the black wire, the yellow wire, and the green wire. Big as fuck, big old wires.
It's got red, black, and what?
Red, black, green, and yellow. The green is the ground.
Right.
Red is hot. Black is, I don't fucking know what the black is.
I don't know either. That's why I was wondering. I was like, there's 4 wires.
I don't know what the yellow is. I think the yellow is another hot. Because I think the panels have 2 hot sides, but they just have 1 neutral. So you have 3 wires going to it. So you get 2 hots, so you can have 2 rows of breakers like most boxes do. And then
I see. That's the one that's going into the breaker box that's for the mobile home.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I had to, because those were all like spliced into like a city connection, like into the ground.
Uh-huh.
So I fucking, when I was moving the mobile home, when I was like getting ready to move it, I just fucking cut that shit. I just fucking cut the shit straight off, bro. I just like went through the fucking PVC that was connected. I just cut straight through it. I was just
with their sawzall.
Yeah, dude, it was a metal sawzall blade.
Was the power off when you were doing that?
Yeah, it was off. And if it was on, I would have gotten fucking blasted.
Dude, I was so here at the place I'm at. What was it that went out? It was like I think it was our washer and dryer like went out. The power went out, but those weren't coming back on.
Yep.
And I was like, but the power came back and something wasn't working. I don't know why like the power wasn't working. So I went to the breaker box and I went to go see if anything was like
they were tripped.
If it was tripped. And there was like one that was there was like a couple that were off because I don't think they were being used. They were just there, but they weren't connected to anything. And then there was
Right.
one, it was like a 50 amp one. It was like a big one. It was like a 50 amp one that, like, you know how when it's tripped, it's not all the way off.
It's in the middle.
Like in the middle, right? So I'm like, oh, that must be the one that goes to our washer and dryer. You know, those are big appliances. And, you know, if you look at a washer and dryer plugs, it's like some high amperage locking plug.
Yep.
But it said like jacuzzi or something on, like the previous owner
Oh!
had like jacuzzi and they had it turned off, right? Because there's no jacuzzi there anymore or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, I went to I went
Dude,
to
get
like
a jacuzzi.
no, listen. I can't. Listen, I can't. So I went to go push it. I went to go like put it back on, and I'm like, it didn't work. So I put it on, and I went to go like check and the electrical like inside to see if the appliances were working. It wasn't working. So I went back outside, and I just took it, and I just like went off, on, and then it just went boom. And I was like this, dude. I was just like, whoa, dude. It was a high amperage, just like boof. I was like, whoa, fuck.
What the fuck?
The thing just like fucking blew, dude. And it was scary as fuck, dude.
The breaker itself?
Just that one. Everything else was fine. Like,
Oh,
it was
50
just that
amp
one.
breaker blew.
Dude, it just went poof, and it just shot out. But I was so lucky I was not standing directly in front of the panel, because there's like it's like on the side of the house, like, and there's like shit there, and there's like a bush or something. And I don't know, for some reason I wasn't standing directly in front of the panel. I was literally like, if here's like the wall of the house, right? And the panel would
Normally, bro,
like,
if you're flipping a panel, you're like this.
dude,
Normally, that's how you know. You're like, oh.
Bro, I was literally like off the side, like over here, and I was just like, I pushed it like that, and it just like went poof. And I'm like, I was like, oh fuck, I just fucked up.
You could have easily been blinded.
No, easily. I wasn't wearing glasses or anything. Easily, dude. It could have like fucking ruptured my eyeball. Yeah. So fuck that. I don't know why I did that. It was off to begin with, and I don't know why just flicking it on would have done that. But
maybe it didn't have a ground. Maybe it didn't have a ground hooked up to it.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't take it apart, and I don't know how there wouldn't be if all the other ones are there. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Everything works in the house. So
dude, that's what I mean, bro.
I don't know what was happening. But like, I've dealt with that stuff before. I don't know why it blew like that. So I don't know.
Anyway, back to so kind of what I was talking about. When I got this trailer, I did not know if anything fucking worked in it. I had no fucking clue, bro. Had no clue. Shit had been turned off for a year. The lady been dead for a year. You know what I mean? She wasn't in there the whole time.
Sorry.
What?
I said sorry. I started laughing. No,
yeah, bro. Goddamn.
Rest
in peace. Anyway. Yes, sir. So I fucking did not know if anything was gonna work. So I plugged it in the first time. I didn't connect the ground, and I was defeated. I thought, oh fuck, it's all fucked up. But then I went back. I rewired it. I took the ground out of the thing that it was in, put it into the shit, put the shit back in, connected it.
You did like a real. I saw that bare copper. That's a real earth ground. It goes straight into the ground, right?
I know. I have a piece of metal connected to it because I cut it off. Like I said, I fucking cut that bitch off. So that shit stops before it gets to the ground like it's supposed to. So I connected it to the ground. But then, so I turned the shit on.
Was it a copper rod, or is it just a wire that you cut through?
That one was. Well, no, dude, I'll show you right now. Hold on.
No, I'm talking about like the original.
Yeah. I had it sitting right here. So this is what I cut it off. So this is where I originally just fucking cut it, like with the Sawzall.
Is that what? So what's in that insulation? Is there multiple wires in that, or is that copper in there?
This is just whatever the city connection is. So this is how it was connected to the breaker box. So this,
Right.
and
So
you can
but
see,
are those cables? So are those cables? Are there wires inside that cable, or is that just straight
yes,
copper? Okay.
yeah,
I
there's
see.
wires.
Interesting.
And so these were spliced together, and they were connected to connect the trailer when it was moved there. They connected it to the city power.
Right. Right. And so are those? But those, you said there's wires, but is it all metal in there, or are they like different colors in
These
there?
ones are copper. Like this one. Hold on.
On the other end, that's cut.
Oh no.
Are those? Is it just metal? Is it
Just
stranded?
metal.
It's
Just
stranded.
metal.
Okay. So
Yeah, stranded metal.
Okay.
No copper in these ones. The copper this is a separate one.
So do you know the side note? Do you know the difference between a cable and a wire?
I would think that a wire is a singular strand of something, and a cable is multiple strands combined.
Well, so a wire is single, but it can be stranded though. So that there's multiple strands in that, and they do that so it's malleable to be able to bend.
So there's
right?
no insulation between the individual things,
Right.
though.
Right. So that means it's stranded. Bare copper solid. When you hear solid, that means it's one solid piece of copper. That is stranded. That's how they make it stranded. But if you look at it, because it's all connected in there and touching each other, it's still a single wire, right? But a cable is something like an Ethernet cable. Have you ever cut open an Ethernet cable for your computer?
No.
Or Romex? You know Romex, right?
Yes.
Romex is a cable. So say you just have say there's live, neutral, and ground in a Romex. There's the outer insulation, the outer jacketing of the cable, and then inside is 3 individual wires that have their own insulation to protect each other.
Which is a hot, neutral, and ground, right?
Right. So that is a cable. A cable is made up of multiple wires. A wire is its own singular, only one data stream or electrical stream going through it. So
Gotcha.
an Ethernet cable has, for an RJ45, has 8 different small wires that go through it, and that makes up an Ethernet cable. So that just a little fun fact for you.
I like that. That's niche knowledge that you don't get unless you're on the ground floor of this type of shit, you know.
The basics, the basics of what a wire and a cable is. Let's go.
The basics. That's why we do this shit every day. Cheers, bud.
Cheers. I'm
Cheers
still
to that
drinking.
shitty
I'm not
mezcal.
gonna stop, dude. I'm still drinking, dude.
Let's go.
I'm about to finish this, dude. I don't care.
Let's go, baby. So I did not know whether or not I had anything that worked, right? I didn't know if anything worked until I plugged that bitch in. I got it right, and I flipped the breakers. And it was like, bro, let me tell you, bro. So that was a $3,000 job, you know, to get that thing moved out. I'm not rich. Like, that's a lot of money to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it for free, yeah, but it was an investment in time and effort. Like, I spent so many days getting that thing disassembled, ready to move. Like, I did all of the pre-work prep. The moving company came, they put the wheels on, or they lifted it, put the wheels on, and they drove it. That's it. And they parked it and leveled it. And they did a lot of shit. But I did most of the prep work. I did everything. I secured everything, took all the shit out, put it back in. So I have time invested in this thing, and I don't really know what I got, you know, because I haven't been able to hook it up to anything because I didn't know how to do it. You know, I was like, am I going to have to fucking hire an electrician for like $1,000 fucking dollars to come out and figure this out?
No, don't hire an electrician, dude. Ask if try and do it yourself. And if you got questions, ask me and I'll try and figure it out. Cause dude, I deal with electrical stuff, AC and DC all the time at my work. But you know, I'm not a certified electrician, but I know between us, we could figure it out.
I know, and I'm not like an amateur. You know, I set up the solar. I understand like a hot and a cold, and I understand like, you know what I mean. Like I get it. Like I get it, kind of, but not really. But so yes,
There's levels to it. There's levels
there
to
is
it.
definitely levels, and I never got paid to do any of this shit, and you got paid to do this shit, so it's different. But anyway, so I fucking plugged the bitch in. The lights come on. It's like, bro, it's like a biblical moment. It's like, God, let there be light. You know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, I'm like, I live in a tiny home. You can see this bitch is unfinished as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's the potential here for a livable dwelling to be completely operational here. So I test everything, bro. The outlets, the lights, the garbage disposal, all the breakers I check. Everything works immaculately. Every single thing, dude. So I'm not even connected to gas, but the General Electric fucking oven, which is like
an electric oven.
1980s GE. 1980s GE oven. It's gas, but it's a starter is electric, and it's like, so it's like a hybrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And it's just, dude, it's like, it's humming. It's like I can just hear it. It's ready to work. I open the
that
fucking
propane tank.
The lights on. That's where I'm at now. That's literally where I'm at, bro. And so once I do that, which is a free installation. So it's a free installation on a 500-gallon tank. Okay. And obviously you have to pay to fill it. That's going to be like $700-800 to fill it. And then whatever the connection that you have to make, I'll just have one connection to make to the main gas line, which I cut off. I also cut that with the saws.
Hey, but you're a plumber though.
I've done that. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
So that is going to run the hot water heater and the furnace, which I turn the furnace breaker. Guess what? And then I put my hand over the vent, and there's air coming out of that bitch. There's air coming out of that bitch. So I have central air, and that all I need to do is hook it up to the gas to get the heater going.
Yeah.
And that thing is brand new, dude. That thing is spanking. It's got an energy sticker rating on it, which I don't even know when they started doing that, but I feel like it was in
the Energy Star.
Yeah, the sticker where it rates it, like the energy rating. It's like mine. That
oh,
thing in there is
the
like
yellow ones. The yellow ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's those. Yeah. There's those, and then there's the Energy Star.
Not Energy Star. The yellow energy rating. It's like
they put on
98.4 is what that bitch is rated at. It's like as good as you get, or whatever. I don't know what the rating is, but it's like 98.4 is what it said as the energy rating. And the bar, there was a graph, and the bar was filled almost all the way up.
Nice.
Almost all the way up.
What was that for? That was a water heater?
The furnace.
Oh, the furnace. Nice.
The central heating in that bitch. So I wouldn't even be using a wood stove anymore. I would be hooking that furnace up to gas, up to a propane tank that is free installation. All I have to do is pay to fill it.
Does it have a fireplace?
No, it has the furnace.
Oh.
And central heating, bro. There's vents.
Sick.
There's vents in all the room. There's floor vents. There's fucking HVAC in that fucking hoe, bro.
HVAC, dude.
Dude, there's fucking HVAC in this bitch. And it works. Like I said, I turned the fan on, so the heat was not connected, obviously, because it's gas heat. But I turned the electric on, I turned the breaker on, which turned the fan on, and it started blowing.
You know what you got to check? This is just like a maintenance thing that you should do as a mobile home owner.
Air filter.
Or just a like homeowner. Yeah, standard air filter. Yeah, do that. That's good too. But it runs to that vent. I would check all the vents, just make sure, and then make sure there's no leaks in the ducting, because especially after moving it,
I can see the ground from one of the vents. I know. I do need some. There's some work to be done there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Because I had to take off some of the vents. You can't leave that connected underneath, because it's like the insulated fucking like accordion vent stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they only use those in resin. So, can I do a basics fun fact about HVAC?
Yes, but let me fucking rock a pisser, dude. I gotta rock a mean pisser, dude.
Okay, I gotta go too. Hold on, no,
Okay.
hold on, hold on. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back because our boy's still in there. He's still in there. We gotta
I walked.
No.
Oh,
Just hold on. You'll see in 30 seconds. Hold on.
I'm about to piss myself.
Hold on. Me too. I gotta go too. I'm gonna go rock one too. Just.
Hey, let's go.
They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling, the producer. Really emergency meeting. They make the best shows, the producer. They got all them hoes, the producer. Gonna bring the feeling,
Producer. Emergency meeting. And we back.
We back, baby.
Mr. Producer Break, dude. We haven't had a real Mr. Producer Break in a while, and that's on me. That's on me. But I just gotta say, I support Andrew and Tristan Tate. Free tapes, free the tape, brothers. Like, dude, they haven't even been charged with anything, dude. This is the West. Romania is supposed to be the West, okay? And they can be held for up to 6 months. But who knows, dude? Who knows? Romania's corrupt. Who knows? They might just keep them in there.
Nah, man. It'll hit 6 months, and they'll let him go scot-free.
That's what they said after a month. They said they'll let them out after a month.
Yeah, but there's no legal ramifications that would come along with not letting them out of the month. Now, there will be legal ramifications, like you said. If they're part of the West, they will get pressure.
No, I
They will
don't think they
absolutely
will,
get
dude.
pressure.
Dude, you know what I've learned? Or I haven't just learned this, like I've known this, but you know what is more apparent every single day, the older I get, is that they don't give a fuck, dude. They'll fucking lock you up for no fucking reason, or they'll make up a reason. They'll fucking lock you up, and they'll lie about you. And even though the law says one thing, they don't fucking care about the law. They're the ones that are in control. Like, you know what I mean?
They have the
like,
dominion over the law.
Law is something that is for people to think.
The weak.
It really is. Honestly, it really is, because it's something that gives people some sort of security blanket saying, oh, they can't do this because there's laws. But when it comes down to it in reality,
it's reality, bro. Real life.
In real
a
life,
bullet will hit you in the face. There's no law stopping a bullet from hitting you in the face.
When it comes to the fucking Darwinism and dog eat dog and animals, which we are. We're just more intelligent animals than a fucking spider monkey, you know,
Yes,
which
sir.
is more intelligent than a fucking snail. We're just more intelligent animals. Like, law is whoever holds the biggest stick rules. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're able to fucking kill someone, you're the fucking winner. Like, and I'm not saying that's a good thing about life, but it's what the reality is about life.
So you've
You know?
got laws, right? You've got laws and human constructs, and then you've got morality. Those are two separate things, right? And people combine them all the time, every day, in a lot of different ways. Laws and societal constructs. You've got natural laws, like you said, like Darwin evolution. You've got societal laws, like don't fuck with your neighbor, don't shoot your neighbor in the foot.
We make those up.
We make those up. So there's tiers of laws, but then there's also morality on the other side. And the cross section of those is where you find society. And that's the blending of the two. I'm an anarchist, so I believe in high morality, very low laws, but an amount of morality that would counteract, because laws are only necessary to make people that are shitty moral, right? Because you want.
I wouldn't even say to make them moral; it's to control them.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
or
But
like
the idea
enforce
behind
morals
laws, like,
onto them.
before you had any society, you had laws. You had the 10 Commandments in the Bible. You had things like these that are laws,
Right.
to try to influence people's morals, to try to make them good people.
That's
why you put a
Hammurabi's
law.
code.
Yeah. And that's why that's like what a law is supposed to be, is like a moral guide, a moral compass. That's what a law is supposed to be.
For the society that you live in.
For the society level. I'm not talking about like Darwin's law. I'm not talking about those laws anymore. I'm getting down on the society stuff. So you know, when you look at that, when you look at the intersection between how much law is required to have a good society, I think back in the day, you needed a lot more law to have a good society. I think today, you need almost no law to have a good society.
Yeah, because we're low T, dude. Everyone's low T now. They're not going to do anything bad, dude.
That is not where I was going with that. God damn it. That is not at all where I was going with that.
If you don't want a shameless plug, if you don't want low T, follow Powerful Web and start practicing tribal fitness in your life.
There we go.
Get on some high T shakes.
No. Listen, man. I get what you're saying. Like, you know, the barbarian alpha. However,
I was just kidding by just yelling that out. Go on.
But no, that's a very valid like thing to like side to take, you know, like, but what about,
it's a possibility,
the mindless barbarian alpha that will take advantage of no law? You know, it's like, I don't think that if no law exists, that societal moral fabric will just dissolve. You know, I think that barbarian alpha, given the construct of a society not based on law but based on people's, that's what Montana is. That's what Montana is. Montana is a place with less law and more society, like more moral law. You know what I mean? Like, you are more likely to abide by the moral law out here than you are the written legal law.
Right.
You know what I mean? And and in California, it's the other way. And that's what's fucked up about politics. People try to legislate into law a way to act, which should be left up to moral. That should never be written into law. But that's just me. That's my opinion. And a lot of people have different opinions on that. A lot of people have very, very different opinions on where those two cross sections, like where they land. You know, I'm up here.
And when it comes to law and in society, law is only good for how much you can enforce that law that's been written into legislation. And that's where not only
how much you can, but how much you want to. Yes.
Right. But that's also where, like, I feel like the United States, and especially blue states like California, are going down the wrong the wrong, they're going down the wrong way, and it could be a slippery slope in how much of like they're enforcing certain things, which really they shouldn't be wasting their time enforcing.
So
Or,
that
you
what
know-
you're talking about is the same issue with like that I have with police officers, right? So as a state, you're gonna enforce this law. Oh, guess what? New judges, new legislature. We changed the law. Guess what happens? Now you have to enforce this law a different way. Or you have to do the opposite. It's like it changes with the winds, and that's bullshit. You know what I mean? That type of legislative law, the letter of the law, that changes with administrations. And it's like, that's why you have like things like the tough on crime bill, the fucking war on drugs. It's like, as a cop, as a police officer, you would have to enforce that to the letter. If you see someone smoking marijuana, boom, arrested, jail. Boom. That's it. You know what I mean?
Jail?
bullshit.
What the fuck?
That's
What
bullshit.
the fuck for marijuana? No,
Yes.
dude. No, that's the devil's lettuce, dude. Death penalty. Death penalty. What the fuck? What? Are you serious?
Oh, sorry. Call me light on crime. Call me easy on crime. You know. Call me a drug apologist. You know. Call me a drug connoisseur, because that's what I am.
Oh no, dude. Oh, well, we're connoisseur.
Yeah. I went the different route, but anyway, no.
Don't
but,
come
you know,
into my room, dude. Don't come in here, bro. Don't come in my studio, dude.
Don't come in here, bro. You
Oh,
gonna end
hey,
up taking drugs.
Just because you said connoisseur, I do want to say one thing. My family dog, his name is Rocky. He's getting very old. He's like 14 or 15 years old now, dude. I don't even remember, but he's really close to the end. He's old. He's at that point where he's like losing weight, and he's getting bony. You know how old people get near the end of their life. But his original name from the breeder was Connoisseur.
Hell fucking yeah.
And because you're French, you're gonna love this one. He was born on Bastille Day.
Woo!
So, but then we
dude.
renamed him Rocky after that.
So take away all the cool stuff you just said. We renamed.
Well,
it
dude,
Rocky.
honestly, or not. I don't know why I said Bastille Day. Connoisseur is not a good dog name. You want a dog name that's one or two syllables. What's your dog name again? Bud, right? Bud. You know, what you don't like. Dogs aren't like we're talking about levels of intelligence in animals. You don't connoisseur.
He did
dude.
not react when I said his name. I said his name.
He's sleeping, dude. He's sleeping. Let him sleep. Connoisseur. That's a full 4-syllable name for a dog. That's not a.
It would be
not a
Connie.
good.
It would be Connie.
You want a 1 or 2 syllable. 2 or like 1 or 2. 1 is good for if you're giving commands like heel. You know, sit.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and then so if same for if it's a name, or if, you could go 1 or 2 is good for a name because they're hearing their name all the time. But commands are good for like 1 and then maybe 2, if depending on how smart your dog is. But a 4-syllable name for a dog, no, come on.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Okay,
What are you
go on. Sorry, you said connoisseur, and I was like, dude, that's my dog's like OG name that I didn't give him, so I changed it.
I mean, you know, I basically was just kind of saying that law. I mean, I've already said my main point multiple times, but
Dude, you know, sorry, my bad.
no, go for it, bro. Like I said my main point multiple times.
Do you know who Michael Malice is?
No.
Oh, bro, you don't know who Michael Malice is?
Is he one of those amendment testers? Like he tests like the amendments?
I don't know what that means, but no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So no. He's a self-proclaimed anarchist, but he's kind of left, but also he's kind of right. But dude, you would love and he's hella funny, dude. You would love Michael Malice. I'll send you some of his stuff later. If anyone listening wants to hear some Michael Malice, hit the links in the description box
Hit
below.
the links.
And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs
while
up, and
and while you're
comment
down
on that, bitch. You know what it is.
And while you're down under, tickle me balls. Tickle me balls while you're down there.
Bro,
buddy.
St. Patrick's Day was last week.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yo, so what I found out, I did not know this. I mean, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. And I'm going to take this outside. So I hope my
We're
connection.
going mobile. We're
Tell
going
me if my
mobile.
connection dropped. I'm
Have you-
turning off my my generator. Hold on. All right, can you
Also,
hear me?
hey, yeah, I wanna come visit this summer for sure.
Did I text that to you and Darius, or did I text that to Jack and Isaiah?
You text that to me and Darius to work
Okay.
for 90 days so you can get $300. Or you told us to work for 91 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
no, I want to come visit. I want to come visit, like vacation visit, not to work, right? I can't. I don't. Oh, hey, who know? Nah, because I want to play baseball at least this one last season. Okay.
Oh, dude, listen. This is
but
not.
I
This is
do-
not a thing.
I do
me
want to
get-
come visit for sure. I do want to come visit for sure.
I don't
yes,
have a
yeah.
septic for my. I want to have like a guest like hotel quarters right there where you can like shower and shit. You know, in
I
one
don't do
place.
that. I don't do that. I don't do either of those. What the
For
fuck?
show.
Dude, I don't shower because that's low T, because the dirt on my body actually adds micronutrients that get absorbed through my skin. And that's the skin is your largest organ in your body. And then I don't shit because my body runs on 100% efficiency.
Hell yeah, bro. Dude, hell yeah, bro. I fuck with that. But anyway, so hold on real quick. Let me say what I was gonna say about Irish. So I found out that my grandma again. So do you know Black Flag? Have I ever talked about Black Flag?
The only black flag that I know is the Black American flag, which means like I'll give no quarters and ain't no one fucking with me. The blacked out American flag. Where's he going, dude? We just ran off. Okay, Mr. Producer makes the best shows. Mr. Producer, you got all them hoes.
Clip it. Clip it. So Greg Ginn is the guitarist for Black Flag. He, with Henry Rollins, who is the singer of Black Flag, you know, along with Raymond Pettibone, who was the artist for the design of Black Flag. Anyway, there's deep family connections. But Grandma Ginn, right, who is my grandma's mom.
Your
So my
grandma, your grandma's
My
mom.
great grandma
Okay.
my
on,
great-grandma.
on whose side?
on my dad's side.
Okay.
She's 100% Irish. Cheers.
I'm showing everybody what I'm sipping on. I'm sipping
I'm
on some
drinking it.
I'm sipping on some mezcal because I'm a motherfucking man, dude.
I'm drinking that Guinness.
Oh shit. Yeah, I should not. That's a nice camera. I should not hit that. Fuck. God, oh fuck. What the fuck? I'm fucked. It's not in my camera.
So,
Damn it.
did you want to see my
I'm
little
just
shower
playing.
basin I made?
What is that?
That's my shower. It's gonna be my shower.
Oh, sick. That's like is that cement in there?
Yeah.
Or some grout, or like that's like gonna hold
Well,
it
that's
all
cement. I'm gonna seal it.
Oh.
Seal it.
And so that's like one solid piece right there that you
Yeah, this is
built.
one whole thing right here. Like, and then I got the drain down here.
My God.
So that's gonna be my shower tub for my bathroom now. I'm gonna make this bedroom that I was gonna do a bathroom. Anyway, I'm at least, listen, this is my blood that I know for a fact. So I am at very least 25% Irish, and at very least 35% French.
25% Irish?
Yes, because
Is
my
it-
grandma was
Is it Irish or like a little bit of British? Is it like a
no,
little bit?
no,
little bit English?
No, Irish
so,
potato famine Irish. Like,
oh, so fuck you then, dude. Because my grandma on my dad's side was a little bit of like English, dude. So fuck you. Because
you're a
dude.
Lori. You're
Fuck
a
you.
bloody Lori.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then on my grandpa's side, Weaver. Okay. This guy right here. Yeah. My great grandpa was an SS general. Everybody go look it up. Christian Weber. Go look it up.
And the reason my middle name is Sherman is because my grandpa served on the Union Army under General Sherman. And that's why every firstborn male has
Union, didn't they lose the war, the Union? I'm just kidding. They won.
Dude, did you see that clip that I sent to you and Darius?
And I'm just for everyone listening or watching, I have the same last name as a Nazi general that died at the end of World War II. He was captured. His transport crashed and he died, or at least that's the official narrative. I never knew him. I don't even know if I'm related to him. I mean, I guess I am related. I have the same last name as him. But I'm just saying for anyone listening or watching that I have superior genetics, okay?
Oh no. The boy went there. He was in the middle of an apology.
Hey, Mike.
And then he said superior genetics.
My grandpa was an orphan, or so I've heard. So, I'm just saying.
Hey, that means he has the grandfather gene. So that's a real scientific fact, which means if your grandfather went through hardship, your genetic code is more resilient than if your family has been like soft and cushy. Like if you're not exposed, you know what I'm saying? Bro?
I got a six-pack, dog. I got a six-pack. I drink mezcal. I'm a fucking. I have a chin beard. That's it. I can't grow on the sides. Just a little. Hey, whoa, check this out. Facial hair, half Asian. Facial hair, half Asian.
Asian.
Facial
How does that
hair, bro? Asian. Did you see Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic? Not a single guy had facial hair except for, one guy. What's his name? The pitcher.
All right, perfect transition. I want you to tee that up. Are you going to talk about that this podcast?
The World Baseball Classic?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me grab another beer.
Okay. Real quick, if you give me 15 seconds, it's 6:34. I want to talk about the World Baseball Classic. And then I told Ryan 7. So Ryan's going to come in on 7. He's going to give some of his fitness update, weight loss. And then he could just hang out. And then also I do want to talk about that hostage situation in St. Regis.
Yeah. Big time, dude. For sure. Okay, I'm gonna go grab another beer. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. What? Okay.
Not Black American flag. It was Black flag. Yeah.
I know. Black American flag means no quarters, though, for the British. We're not giving quarters to the British in Revolutionary War. I mean, it's a 50 story, but I'm saying no quarters in general. Ain't no one saying it. Dog. I bleed red, dog. Warm blooded. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I miss the Tate's and emergency meeting, dude. I miss Andrew and I miss Tristan, dude. Whenever I would be in there in the emergency meeting, dude, I'd feel like, I'm part of the war room. You know what I mean?
You had some camaraderie in your life, bro.
Yeah. And they're role models, like what they say or not, but I think the main overall message that they talk about is become better, become the best version of yourself,
For sure.
So I do miss it, and they're hella funny. I love how they say whatever the fuck they want to say. That's like how we are here. We say whatever the fuck we want to say. And they're the same way. So, and that was fun to hang out with, because, most people can't say whatever they want to say ever. They can't say it at work. They can't say it when they go home. They can't say that shit around their friends. But, we do, because this is the basics and we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a flying fuck. And that's the beauty of it all. That's like what this free speech platform that we're on right now. That's what the Basics podcast is. It's the pure form of free speech. And that is the most important amendment. Above all, I think number one is free speech, because that is the essence of a person, is their speech. And you can extend that to everything else too, that is transcribed into our rights. But free speech, number one, that's above all.
Yeah, and
100%.
Fuck the law. Like, whatever the law says, like, whatever a law is something. Law is made up. When it comes down to it, anything that is a law is made up. It's something that humans said that you can't do, because that's what a law is. A law is saying you can't do this in this society that you live in.
Yo, well, hold up. I thought about this psychological experiment. So imagine you're driving, you get pulled over by a cop.
I start blasting.
Listen. So there's a spot on the road down here that it used to be a double yellow line where you could cross, but now it used to be a dash yellow line where you could cross and pass people. Now it's not. It's a double yellow line.
Okay.
But you can still see the dashed yellow line in the middle of the two yellow lines some fucking how. So but there are signs saying do not pass.
Is it safe?
Yes, it's a flat straightaway, but there's also where pedestrians cross, technically, over this like mile long straight flat stretch. Where you could be going 70 and be fine, but they want you going 45, and they want you not passing anymore. And this is new within the last year that you can't pass here. They repainted it in the last year.
Okay.
So the theoretical experiment here is, Mr. Cop, you pulled me over for passing someone. There was two sets of lines. One of those lines told me that I could not do something. The other set of lines told me that I could do something. Which one am I supposed to listen to? The law that tells me that I can because I can see the dashed lines, or do I listen to the law that tells me I can't because of the two solid lines? And if you're going to tell me that you're going to write me a ticket, and this didn't happen, but I'm just thinking of this like theoretically.
Right.
If you're going to write me a ticket for crossing a double yellow line when there is a dashed yellow line in the middle of them, then you're telling me that the law is meant to tell me things that I can't do, not what I can do. And that means that by definition,
right,
you as a law enforcer. Oh no, go ahead.
No, yeah, isn't that what all laws are, or what telling you what you can't do?
Well, no, there are laws of like freedom. Like you have a law, like you have the freedom, you have the legislated ability to do these things, and that is a law governing freedom. And there are certain laws governing freedom. But yeah, but that's kind of what I was just stoned as fuck on my way to work.
I think those are things that's like, those are, the Bill of Rights is not a law, you know what I mean? It's a Bill of Rights. Those aren't laws, but they're telling you what you are allowed to do and which cannot be infringed upon,
Right.
But those aren't considered laws, though. You know what I mean?
But that's where we start getting into like the English definition of things, and like words.
God, we gotta
You
take
know?
the bar, dude. We'd probably pass that shit.
But like when you, of course, dude, fuck yes, of course. But like when you start talking about words in place of like morals, like we were talking about earlier, like this idea, like a moral, like is the law that you as an officer are meant to enforce, is it to give me freedom to do other things? Is that why laws exist? To tell me what I can do? Or do
No.
laws exist to tell me what I can't do?
It's always can't, dude. It's always can't.
Right. But I think if I were to talk to an officer that had pulled me over in Montana, if I were to talk to him about that and say, hey, oh, it's starting to rain. God damn it. Oh, fuck. I got to go inside. Hold on.
If
Ooh,
I was an officer, I would be like, yo, I pulled you over because you passed and it wasn't safe, in a safe, like it's not a safe pass. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You could tell when people are doing things on the road and they're doing it not safely. And you could tell when things are doing people do certain things and it's safe. Like maybe the big rig is going 25 miles an hour. So you pass them. Okay. But maybe you passed a car that is also going the speed limit or faster. They're going 60. You had to go 85 to pass them. You know what I mean? That is unsafe. But if you're passing a big rig that's going 25 and then you go 35, that's okay. You know what I mean?
That's giving like the cop in that scenario a lot of credit. Like that cop would have to know a lot of things about the situation to come to that conclusion.
And I think cops should be like that. If you don't,
most cops aren't. Most cops aren't.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
Most cops I don't have experience with cops like you.
Textbook way. They look at the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law. Lawyers are meant to look at the spirit of the law and interpret it. Cops are meant to look at the letter of the law and enforce it. So
right. I understand that. That's their job. So I understand that. But I'm being very what's the word?
Diplomatic.
Not diplomatic, but like I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I don't have experience with cops the way that you do. So
yeah,
I'm just saying how I would do it. I try to be a good person, and if I'm
that's how me personally, growing up with a cop, 40 years, beat cop, now into his 50th year of police work, with a dad who did this. And I know that my dad did it the right way. I know he's a good cop. But you just talk about the line of duty, the work that has to be done.
Right.
You're
supposed to enforce the law and how it's written.
Exactly. Yeah. And so if you agree with me that when you explain this to a cop, they will realize that their job is to now tell you what you can't do. And that, to me, it would give a moral high ground to the argument saying, hey, listen, if you take a big step back from like a 10,000 foot view, what you're doing is wrong. You're not going to be able to have that conversation with a cop on the side of a road. But I think that argument would win out. Like if you were to have that philosophical debate, like most law enforcement officers, if they were meant to sit down in a conference room and look face to face with what they do, they would not agree with it. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. I think most cops are at a deep, like moral conundrum where a lot of cops believe in freedom and believe in rights. And a lot of cops protect those rights. But at the same time, they fight to enforce the laws that are chosen by people that have nothing to do with morality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
morality and law enforcement. I think we should bring this up as a main topic for a podcast in the future because we can go deep.
Absolutely.
We can go really deep.
I think that's a good idea. We should
we can go like for another like 3 hours. Easy. on that. But
I would like to go back all the way to prohibition and the drug war. And then if you want to, you can even go farther past that where law comes from religion. Law is based on religion.
Originally, all the oldest laws were like from like
religious decrees.
Religion, yeah. Can we save that? Do you
Yeah.
mind if we? I don't want
No,
to get
that's
into
fine.
that right now
Bookmark it. Write it down. Put it on the board behind you.
because we do have I do have Ryan coming on in like 12 minutes. Check in with his fitness update, and dude, Ryan is a guy. Ryan is really smart. That's why I like Ryan, dude. He's a guy that I can have these sort of conversations that I have with you. I have those with him at work, so that's why I like having him on too. And he's a friend. So I got 12 minutes before he comes on. I do right before I want to talk about the World Baseball Classic, and we'll save morality and law enforcement and laws. We'll do a whole episode on that. We'll do it next week. Is that cool?
Fuck yeah, I'm down.
Because we could talk about this literally all night and stay up.
And this
like,
is a topic we haven't really touched on yet, and I know a lot about it. So I would love to just save a whole thing for that.
Okay. Can I go into the World Baseball Classic? Can
Please,
I just pull a hard stop out?
This is the hardest that I've ever seen you.
Oh my God. This is, hold up.
Whoa. You got a boner. Whoa. Whoa.
Clip it. Fucking clip that shit, dude. What the fuck, dude? I just got this. Oh my God. Bro.
Just
Oh my God. The World Baseball Classic. The World Baseball. Don't speak. Don't even speak. Don't make a fucking sound, dude. The World Baseball Classic 2023. The most anticipated World Baseball Classic tournament in history, which isn't long. Okay, it was started in like 2006, but it doesn't matter. This year, the champions of the World Baseball Classic 2023 was Japan.
Woo.
The championship game of this year's World Baseball Classic was the most viewed baseball game in the history of the sport, all time, at all levels, professional baseball, amateur, worldwide, the most viewed game in the history of baseball as a sport, which has been around since the late 1800s.
Damn.
97% of Japanese televisions were tuned into the championship game of the World Baseball Classic.
I love that.
Dude, that's over 100. That's 97%. People, their time, they woke up early, and like Japan is very, very passionate. It's their culture, they're very, very passionate when it comes to like supporting their teams, their country's team.
The whole country is a team.
Right. They're very, like how we were talking about last podcast, like they're united. They're not like a melting pot like the United States.
Yes.
So, and the World Baseball Classic, if those of y'all listening don't know what it is the World Cup of baseball. So it's country versus country at the highest level. This is Little League Baseball, like how you see that's televised, but Little League is 12 years old. The World Baseball Classic is adults and the best level, the best dudes. For every other country except for the United States, except for this year. A lot of stars in the United States think that it's just an exhibition game or whatnot in the past. But this year, the United States team was dubbed as like the dream team. You hear of the basketball, the dream team, when professionals were allowed to play. No. Going back further, when it was the first time professionals were allowed to play in the Olympics. Magic. It was Jordan, Magic, and Larry Bird on the same team. That was the original dream team. That was when the United States changed it. So
you're not talking about the Olympics. Pros. You're talking about
it is the Olympics. So the Olympics in basketball used to only be amateur, and then they changed it in the 90s to where pros could play in the Olympics.
We're gonna smash on them.
And so then that was like when Jordan, Magic, and Bird all got to play together, and that was the original dream team. So this year was the dream team for America, the best team America has ever put together. Because years past, like guys just thought it was stupid. Honestly, in America, they thought it was stupid, which I have feelings about that. I think it's not, but it's all about money for people in America. In other countries, though, it's bigger than the World Series. The Dominican Republic, the Puerto Rican team, Japan,
Puerto Rico,
like Korea, all those countries, because they're representing their nation, it's like adult little league. The World Baseball Classic is bigger than the World Series. It's the biggest thing that you can win in baseball. Like, it's huge. And that's how I feel about it too. I feel like the World Baseball Classic, dude, to represent your country and like play against these other nations like that. You know, you're playing not for money
on a world stage.
On a world stage, you're not playing for money. You're playing because you love the game. You're playing because you want to represent your country and because you're a good person. Like I play baseball like that. I play baseball because I love baseball. I don't play baseball
there's
for
no
the money.
contracts.
There's no contracts. You're not making money. But there's a lot of, I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot of people in professional baseball and in MLB that think the World Baseball Classic is stupid because you can get hurt or whatnot. They just think it's an exhibition game. So they don't actually go and play. There's superstars that don't go play in the tournament. They don't represent America. But for other countries, it's the biggest thing ever. And except for this year, America had a roster of MVPs and superstars. Anyways, the championship game this year was between Japan and the United States, and it was the most watched game in the history of the sport. Like I said, 97% of Japan, which is over 100 million people. And then you add that, I don't know what the numbers are for America. Then you add the American numbers and you add everyone else around the country, around the world. So imagine the biggest game with the highest stakes. It was amazing. It came down to the very last out.
Was it like a tit for tat the whole time, or was it like one was up, one was down, or like what was it?
It was close the whole game. Yeah, it was like
tit for tat.
Yeah, but it wasn't a high scoring game, right? It was, so the final score was 3-2.
Was it coming down to errors? It was like errors.
No errors. It was no errors. But so Japan was leading in the ninth inning. They were winning 3-2, and it comes down to Shohei Ohtani is pitching. If you don't know who Shohei Ohtani is, he's the new Babe Ruth. He's one of the best starting pitchers in the league. He throws over 100 miles an hour, and he's one of the best hitters in the league. He hits 40 home runs. He does stuff that Babe Ruth couldn't even do. Babe Ruth pitched for like his first 2 professional seasons, and then he went to like only hitting. So he pitched a little bit. Shohei Ohtani is literally pitching at the highest level and hitting at the highest level. He's one of the best of both, which is unheard of in baseball. Usually you're just one or the other. You're a pitcher or you're a hitter. I'm a two-way guy. I played 2 ways in college. I play 2 ways right now in my adult league, but I'm not at that level. Okay.
So you're a buy. You're a buy.
I'm 100% buy, dude. I'm a power switch. Okay. Clip it. So it comes down to the very last out. It's top of the ninth. Because he's pitching, right?
Yeah.
Last inning, 2 outs, full count against his teammate, Mike Trout, who is considered like one of the biggest stars. Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani are arguably the 2 biggest stars in the MLB. And they play on the same team. They're teammates. And so they faced each other in the biggest game of all time. And Shohei Ohtani they went to the very last pitch, ended up striking out his own teammate.
Sorry. Are you saying this in the sense that boiled down, the sport is the pitcher versus the batter? And that's what this was like the pitcher versus the batter.
No, I'm not even that as a sport. I'm just saying in the biggest game of all time in the history of the sport, it came down to the two best players of the sport who also happened to be friends and teammates during their
It was like a
during their
Messi Mbappe
if they
situation.
are they playing on the same team? Are they teammates? Are they best
Yeah, they're
friends?
both on PSG.
Now they are. But these guys have been
During the
playing
World Cup, they were.
So okay, so yeah, so imagine your club team. They're on the same club team, right? They're on the Los Angeles Angels, and they end up facing each other. And on the
In the World
Angels
Cup,
in the World Cup,
which
the
is
Angels
national based.
so the Angels never make the playoffs. The Angels are known for not being good, but they have two of the best players to ever play the sport. But it's a team sport, right? And they never make the playoffs. So they go from never playing in an important game in the playoffs and never playing the World playoffs or the World Series to being on the biggest stage. And then they have to face each other. And it's up to these two guys who are teammates and friends at the very end. Dude, it was like, and you literally got Shohei Ohtani, who's a guy, he lives, eats, breathes baseball. That's all he does. Dude, he is baseball Jesus. He literally has 100% karma, positive karma. he literally grew up in a mountain farm town in Japan, just like Goku. Goku grew up in the fucking like on a fucking mountain
Hey, is he
by
the guy
himself.
that says, monkey eat banana, never crump?
No, I don't think that's the same. I think you're talking about the guy that used to play for the Blue Jays. I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, sorry.
No, but Shohei Ohtani, he's literally like, imagine Goku, how he's super happy and positive all the time, positive karma, loves his family and friends, will do anything for them, saves the world,
succeeds.
right? And succeeds, always wins. That's Shohei Ohtani. Comes from a small mountain farming town in Japan. Now
Love
he's the biggest superstar in the history of the sport. And then he has a face-off against his like best friend and teammate.
Damn.
And to win the game, that means
For his country.
He has to save humanity. He has to save the world. But in the process, he must sacrifice his best friend in the process to save humanity. That's
Which
what
is
happened,
good
dude.
because his friend is representing maybe a like a hindrance on the sport, right? Because America owns baseball. So why is the World Cup of baseball not bigger than the fucking whatever? What's the final game called?
In the World Baseball Classic?
No. In MLB, the World Series.
The World Series.
Why? And it's called the World Series, and it's not the World Series. It's the
not,
American
well,
Series.
There's like players from all around the world, but it really isn't though.
Right. So that is just an incredible story that he was able to. So he won. Or continue.
I'm not doing justice to the story. It goes deep, dude. There's levels. I could literally do a whole podcast. Like I could talk for hours about like the levels of let me go to the basics. He won. Ohtani won. He literally had to, but like he's the only guy that would he's the only guy that can do that, right? Imagine Goku, right? Goku has to save the world. He has to save humanity. There's no one else that's going to be able to sacrifice his friend to save everyone else, right? He is 100%.
Yes.
He's 100% positive karma. But in the meantime, he loses a little bit of himself because he has to sacrifice his best friend.
It's a true hero story.
Dude, the levels in storytelling of what happened and it was the most high stakes game of all time, the most watched game in the history of the sport, literally like Little League to the max because it's adults representing their country. Dude, I could go. I literally have just been talking. This is like the only thing I've been talking about for like the last like 2 days. I can't even put it in words. there's no mere mortal can have written a better story than what have happened. It literally
You
can
need
be
to write a
written.
book, Jordan. Write a book.
There's moral lessons to be learned from
Write
what
a
what
book.
happened,
My
dude.
guy, write a book.
Like it was so amazing. You know, they say like life is weirder than fiction, or like, you know, like life is stranger than fiction. Like things happen that you.
Couldn't
it was
even write
it was
a book,
just
yeah.
it was just so amazing that like it was just so amazing that the most watched game, the biggest game in the history of the sport, which is like 140 plus years old, it came down to like the most miraculous storyline. And it has to deal with like two of the biggest guys in the history of the sport. And one of the guys just happens to be like 100% positive karma, happens to be like baseball Jesus, happens to be like Goku, who's literally an anime character that came from a small farming town in Japan. In Japan, that's now the biggest name in
Yes.
baseball. Like, and he's the only person that could have been put in that situation to do that. And but in the process, like I'm saying, he has to sacrifice his best friend and his teammate. Like by winning it for his team, he saves his country, saves the world, but in the meantime, like loses a little bit of himself. You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
And I can't even put it into words. I can't even describe it good enough to explain like everything. It was just so amazing. The baseball gods are the only real gods I believe in. The baseball gods are real, dude. I've seen so many amazing things when it comes to baseball and just like things that happen on and off the field when it comes to the sport. They're 100% real, dude. It was the biggest game of all time, the most watched game of all time, and it was the biggest, most craziest storyline between brothers of all time. So,
Dude, that's fire. Do you believe in the
Yeah.
reverse of God?
I don't know what that means.
Dog.
The devil?
Dog is the reverse
Dog?
of God. Do you believe in dog?
I think all dogs go to heaven, dude.
Do you? What about this guy? He's a piece of shit.
I think he goes to heaven. I'm gonna invite Ryan right here. I told him 7:05. We're gonna
let
do
me
Mr.
piss.
Producer. I gotta go piss.
Yep. Oh shit.
You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals, producer. Gonna break the feeling, producer. Really emergency meeting, producer. You make the best shows, producer. You got all them goals,
Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer.
Made a banana.
The emergency meeting. And we back. Okay, I sent the invite. We'll be here. He read my text. He's probably watching. He's probably mad that I've been keeping him waiting.
Uh-huh.
Rich
But-
is in the chat, yo. Okay, let me read the chats real quick. Isle Walks. I played baseball on a travel team. We competed against Omaha. Rich says, "What's good, dude? Sorry, just woke up from my nap. What's good, boys? Shohei Ohtani. They say some pitchers or hitters didn't come back the same after WBC. What's good, dudes? What's good? How's it going? What's up, Rich? What's up, Rich? Thanks for being in the chat. Yeah, the World Baseball Classic was crazy, dude. It was crazy."
No, bud. Get
Yeah,
down.
I sent the invite.
Get down. You get the fuck down. Man, that boy just put his paw on the table.
Oh man, you can't do that.
You can't do that, man.
Go Bob!
What's up, dude?
What
Let me
up,
see
Bob?
my-
We got Bob in the building. He's outdoors right now.
Yo.
There we go.
We heard you,
We're good.
and now we hear you again.
Sweet. We're out by the pool.
What up, dude?
Woo!
What's up, guys?
You got an aquascape behind you?
Oh, what is that? An aquascape. Oh yeah, the pool cleaner.
Aquascape. I was just saying, like the
Scape.
background is immaculate. The setting is beautiful.
Yeah, check out the sunset out here, man.
Dude, the sun is gone where I'm at. It's dark.
Yeah,
Damn, nice.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
dude. I actually stayed late, having a great conversation at work. So happy about that. And then I was playing some fetch with my dog. So,
How many hours did you get today?
11 and a half.
Nice.
And then I
Damn.
stayed a little bit longer because I was having like a good conversation about mental health and other cool stuff like that.
Hell yeah. I got 10 today.
What are you guys talking about?
We got 10.
Oh.
Earlier we were what did we start with? We started on Pluto is a planet. I believe Pluto is a planet. I got mad, dude. I was like, dude, if it's spherical and it orbits the sun. It's not a moon because things that orbit the sun, dude, I just went off on Neil deGrasse Tyson, dude. I got mad at Neil. And then after that, we talked about laws and morality and right, was that right after that? No, I think there was something in between there.
We talked about a couple things. Yeah.
There's-
I
I'll
talked
watch it
about the
tomorrow.
trailer.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
what's up?
Justin
the
got
trailer.
we talked about electrical stuff. We got into like the basics of like electrical plugs and NEMA configurations for plugs because he has been doing he has a mobile home, not the place he's in right there, but another mobile home on his property that he just got connected to a generator and redid some of the electrical. So we talked about some of that and like my background working at Gray Bar at in the electrical department there. And then we got into like laws and stuff like that. We talked a little about morality. We're gonna save that. We have a lot to talk about on that. We're probably gonna talk about that next pod. And then we got into I
The
talked
World Series or
quickly.
whatever.
No, the we talked quickly about the World Baseball Classic, and I just got so excited that I just made a lot of nonsense, and then and I just started rambling. I just started rambling, dude.
What? That's unheard of.
And now we're here. Now we're live.
Yo, I watched the highlights and I worship at the altar now. Baseball Jesus, bro. Like I told you I've been wanting a two-way player. Like I even said it in the shop the other day without even knowing he existed because I don't have TV, haven't been really following a lot of stuff like news or sports or whatever other than the Kings, of course. But yeah, so like I had no idea about Shohei
Ohtani.
Ohtani, thank you very much.
Shohei Ohtani. Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. Dude, I didn't I didn't know why we had never seen like a pitcher that could also just hit it and just be like a force, you know, like there's players in the NBA like that. There's players in the NFL like where they just completely dominate an entire game.
Mhm.
And like I was like, well, baseball's like ripe for that because it's a pitcher is like the person that can do that.
Right. The pitcher
And
controls the game. You know, a good
yeah,
pitcher controls the game.
yeah. And so yeah, like and then it was always explained like, well, it's so hard to be a pitcher, which is like obviously true. But I'm like, well, yeah, it is, but there's got to be that. There still has to be that one guy, you
There has to be
know,
a
who's just
hybrid. Like the musculature for each like idealized version of a hitter and a pitcher are different, but there's got to be a
yeah,
hybrid of the two that exists somewhere that is
It's
superior to
Shohei.
both.
and
is.
it does,
It's Shohei.
and it does in Shohei, baseball Jesus, bro. I like that moniker that you came
Dude.
up with. No, that was Jordan's. That was Jordan's moniker. It's fucking perfect.
He's such a good person too. He's just a good human
That we
being.
know of. That we know of. But I like falling in love with that idea with people. I like to believe, right? Until I hear otherwise.
I believe
Good
from
skepticism.
right. I don't know him personally, but from everything I've seen and from how I see how he acts in certain things, literally my favorite part of the World Baseball Classic wasn't even part of any of the games. It was after they had won the championship. He is being interviewed as they were giving him the MVP award for the tournament, right? Like the MVP it always goes to the winning team, right? So he gets named the MVP of the World Baseball Classic. And my favorite part of the whole tournament was they slightly moved because they're interviewing him, they're talking to him, everyone's in a line off like over here, but the trophy was like 5 feet away, 6 feet away, not far. But my favorite part was they moved to go, like everyone walks a little bit to go hand him the trophy. And what he does, the dude hustles. He literally like did a little jog or sprinted to go get in position. Like
yeah, dude.
like a lot of, and this is a culture thing. And I'm not saying this in any bad way, but when you in baseball, there's different like cultures from
Run the base out.
like there's like American baseball culture, there's Japanese baseball culture, which is very, very, very team oriented. Then there's Latin America baseball culture, which is very individual oriented. Like everyone wants to be an individual. Everyone wants to be flashy and show off and do the bat flip or wear chains and stuff like that. Japanese culture is very team oriented.
Same in soccer.
and-
In Latin America, there's the hustle rule. If the ball goes out of bounds, whoever runs to it first gets the ball in bound. It doesn't even matter whose possession it was. It's like there's different cultural aspects to the sports.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. They're both very fun to watch. But my favorite part of the World Baseball Classic was they're giving him the MVP trophy for the entire tournament. Like, you're the guy. You're the best player. You're the leader of Team Japan. You're the captain. Your team went undefeated and you won this. And he literally like hustled. He like showed his what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like he could have like walked over there and saw her and been like, yeah, I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the MVP. But he's like, they go over there to hand him the trophy and he like runs over there, does a little jog to get in position so the announcers and the TV color commentators can give him the trophy, and he makes it easy on them. And it's hard to explain without like showing. And I don't have the clip, but it was just so
really well.
It was so like, man, dude, the guy is just whatever he does, he gives it his all and he hustles. And it doesn't even matter if it's on and it's off the field.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It was just it's how I try to be. You know, I'm not all that all the time, but it's a good example to live by. So I don't know. That's why I love Ohtani so much. And I think that's why a lot of people do too.
Yeah, dude, that earnest intent, like that,
Exactly.
that like he's thoughtful, right? That shows thoughtfulness, right? It shows earnest intent. Like in his biggest hour, he's thinking about somebody else and like their shot, not just like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could, and also just like the hustle, you know, like I was always taught in baseball, there was a couple things that are great about my baseball experience. Like, and I didn't even play past 8th grade, right? Like but my dad, I was decent, and then I just stopped playing started playing football, and then didn't have a lot of time for it in high school. But I learned, like, you always run through the base.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't, our team got punished in practice, even as kids, like, that is really strict. And then also, you never step out of the batter's box. Like, you get hit by a pitch. Like, but this is also little league, right? And stuff like that. Like, but I mean, when I got to 7th and 8th grade, there's kids throwing pretty heavy, like that,
Yeah.
kids start throwing pretty heavy around that age. Like,
Yeah.
it's surprising, and it hurts, but like, so from when I started it's starting to rain. From when I started baseball and on, I'm going to do this so it doesn't get wet, and then I'll be okay out here.
Same thing happened to me earlier, man. I feel you.
Yeah. So from when I started baseball, on, like, if we got hit by a pitch, my dad would buy us cheeseburgers, the entire team. So, like, you have to stay in for a pitch, free base.
He buy you
Like,
what?
it's a base hit. Cheeseburgers. You remember?
Dude, I could go for a
when they were-
cheeseburger right now.
Dude, so we did the
Sounds so good.
McDonald's. Do you remember when they were 39 cents? So they were 29 cents on Wednesdays, I believe. And then
The Big Mac was like.
Oh yeah, no, but these were for just the single, just for the cheeseburger. I believe they were 39 cents on Sunday and 29 cents on Wednesday, but don't quote me on that. Don't hold my feet to the fire on that. But yeah, so he'd go and we'd buy like 40 cheeseburgers for like $10, dude. It was like free food and just like scarf. It was really a good time. And then, like, it brought us all together as a team too. And, like,
Of course.
yeah,
The
toughens
team-
people up.
The team dinners. We used to do that all
The round table.
we used to go the night before a game for soccer in high school when on our soccer team. We never did it for our baseball team, but just like a team bonding experience.
Was that a Greg Thompson call?
No, I played with Ty. He was
His dad wasn't coaching? Greg wasn't coaching?
No, Ty was a freshman when I was a senior. It was Fisher. Steve Fisher was our head coach. That's when
Oh.
Fisher was the coach. Yeah,
But
Fisher.
yeah, dude, that carbo
and Coach
load in
Frank.
that team meeting the night before.
Dude, the team. It was not even about the food. I don't even think I ate that much food. It was mostly about just like getting everybody together on the same page. Like being friends.
The night before
You
the
know,
battle, dude. That's
Night
what you
before
gotta
the
do.
battle. Yeah. And we were good. But I don't know if I've ever experienced a 39-cent cheeseburger from McDonald's, dude. Bring it
Really?
back. Bring it back, dude. McDoubles are like $2.50 now if you buy 2 of them. If you
Dude,
buy one, it's $3.
It was a magical time in the 90s, dude. Like I'm not kidding. I feel so bad for, like, kids today because, like, dude, I mean, I got kind of fucked out of high school. 2004, like, shit went to hell. And so I didn't get good jobs or whatever. But, like, kids today, they don't have, like, the fucking 29-cent cheeseburgers, dude. The fucking pre-internet boom, oh man, shit was good, dude. I mean, it's still good. Let's be real. Like, everything's great. Like, we're doing a fucking podcast. Like, this is ridiculous.
Right?
And we're drinking. Well, I don't know about you, but we're both drinking. So.
Oh, I don't have any alcohol at home anymore. So just because I just realized, like, I can have a couple hits of this and feel just as good. I mean, obviously, alcohol makes me feel better in the moment.
But
afterwards,
you socially, if you want to go out, get a drink, it's outside, It's whatever.
Oh yeah, well, beer Fridays at work, I always have 2 beers.
There
It's
you
fun.
go.
Have a good time, and then I come home, enjoy that experience, right? But
Moderation
yeah,
is key, baby.
yeah, and in that aspect, let's talk about fitness, and we talk about updates.
Yes,
Remember?
sir.
Yeah. How have you guys been? What have you guys been up to with your eating and working out?
I've done every other day the ab and butt challenge that my coworker has initiated on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's 20 squats, or it started at 20 squats and 15 push-ups and 10 sit-ups, and then it goes up every day. So I've been not religious about it, but I've been trying. That's been the last week or two.
Nice. How about you,
Uh,
Jordan? I know you're usually really on it, but I was wondering what you did.
I think the last time I went to the gym was, I think it was maybe Sunday. Was the last time and then that workout I worked out really hard. I really destroyed my body. To where I needed to take a couple days off afterwards and just replenish and eat.
2 hour session.
But today, so this was my plan today. I was actually planning on going to the gym after we were done here. So pretty late, but because Brooklyn's working late tonight, so I'm just home by myself right now. And I was gonna go to the gym. And I usually do after the podcast, but today at work I did 20 push-ups. I did 2 sets of 10.
Where?
I did not go outside when the sun was out. When you told me to go outside, I did not do
Yeah,
that.
dude. What the hell?
I know, dude, I was trying to focus. I had gotten distracted
That's
earlier. I had gotten distracted earlier in the day, and I'm like, I really want to. I want to get promoted to a control panel tech 2, and I really need to show Zach that I can hit hours on the jobs where I'm solo, because that is all me. You know what I mean? There's no other people on that job, so. And I really want to get bumped up to that extra pay scale. So I needed to, and I get distracted, we're all friends. We talk about stuff, and I can get really distracted, and time will fly. But so I did not go outside and get vitamin D, but I did eat 2 capsules of vitamin D, A, and K. It has 5,000 IUs of vitamin D per capsule. So at a time it was 10,000 IUs total. And then it has 200% vitamin A, 200% vitamin K, or something like that. And then I did that. And then I ate another 2 when I got home. So 20,000 IU vitamin D. I'm not saying it's as good as getting real sun, but I have been eating a multivitamin.
And
then I was planning on working out today. And then yesterday, real quick. Yesterday, I held mitts for Brooklyn, because she's been going to the UFC gym here in Folsom. So I got some pads from our buddy Darius. And so I was calling out combinations for her, and then she held them for me. And then we were doing that a little bit last night. It wasn't a super hard work.
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it wasn't super hard workout, but I did sweat, and it was pretty fun. So I did move a little bit yesterday too. But yeah, I was resting a little bit after Sunday, and then also just I got opening day. I got opening day on for baseball on Sunday, so I really do need to get after it. I work 10 hours.
Shit.
I work 10 hours a day.
So
yeah.
60.
What about you, bro? How about you been working out?
Yesterday I left after 7 hours and took an hour of PTO because I had to go to the optometrist.
That's right. I've been going on walks with my dog. And then just at home, I have an ab ball, the big workout, the bigger workout balls.
Oh yeah.
When I had an L5S1 disc herniation, and I had a lot of issues with pain and numbness and things like that I had to recover from. One of the things that I did was that ab ball, because you don't have to do any movement, it's static, and then you can add weight to it and stuff like that, and you're just doing static holds, and you create a concave with your body, and you're doing with your back on the ball, and then once you can't do that anymore, you roll out to where your shoulder blades are on the ball, and you tilt your hips up, so your butt and quads, and so it works a different set, so you're resting your abs, and then you roll back up and do that, roll back down, and I'll do 2 sets of that. Just right now I'm just exhausted actually when I get home from work, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've been working
But
really
the
long
range
days.
of motion stuff is good. That's always good.
Yeah. I was working 10s, so I was working 10s for the last 3 weeks or something like that, or 2 weeks. I don't know, I forget.
You were doing it longer than me, and I've been doing it at least 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because this is the first paycheck where I've done it for 2 weeks in a row. And then I think I did it for the paycheck before that. It was 1 out of the 2 weeks. So I've been doing it 3 weeks, and you've been doing it longer than that.
Yeah, I've maybe
We-
4 weeks, but yeah. So,
We've been
but
getting after
and then
it.
dude, it's been nice. Like coming in like when nobody else is there for me is because then I can have my headphones off and like this morning, like when we were talking, like I was working, like like I felt it felt good, like it feels good. But when there's a lot of people around, there's a lot of conversations. I'm super like I pay attention to all of them, and it's like my social part of my brain just I was like, oh, I get super interested in ideas too. So I just have to keep my headphones in if I really want to get after it.
That's a problem because everyone has something interesting to say,
Yeah.
and when they say something interesting, you're like, your ears perk up and you're like, oh, dude, I want to join this conversation. And
Mhm.
like, but it is a distraction when it comes to work. It's hard. It really
Yeah.
is, dude. But
It's a balance. Like I think all of us do that where like we make time for those conversations and we're all like, okay, now let's, what I'm saying? Like, and obviously there's ebbs and flows to all of it, right? And it happens in every workplace, but like, yeah, I think it's a really good thing though that like that is like not a lot of workplaces have what we got, like it's pretty crazy. And so like trying to find the balance on this end of it is a really healthy thing, right? Like trying to find balance on the other end of it is super negative. So it's
So
pretty
if you're
cool
not
that-
having a problem meeting production marks,
yeah, it's
like that's great. Like if you're having trouble on your own time, like being like, how do I feel if I'm being the most used like properly by the company? That's a different story. It's like that's a healthy work environment. It sounds like where the people are so happy to be together that they're like more focused on that than the work. Which and you can call me problem meeting production. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I heard an echo. I thought someone else started talking.
No.
Yeah, my bad. I was just making sure the stream was still going on, and it was playing the audio, and I muted the audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, that's a healthy work environment, like where you're able to communicate so well that you just get lost in, the communication. And
Yeah.
it's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be hitting hours on these projects. I'm gonna like tomorrow when I go in, my goal is to finish an entire Met, and which is going to be tough because 10 hours for the Mets I'm doing is actually, for me, it feels tough. So I'm actually really excited. If I can do below 10 for that one tomorrow, then I'm gonna be happy. I'm probably just so you know, Jordan, like maybe some like talk while we're getting our water and stuff like that in the morning. I'm gonna be there at 5:30 sharp. But yeah, like after our like initial like hangout talk while we're working, I'm gonna fucking just be like
Yeah,
like nothing. Like
I know, I do. I was like yelling at you, trying to get your attention for some stupid stuff today, and it was like
awesome.
a couple times. It wasn't just like one time I like threw the little box at you. It was a few times I was like calling your name, and I'm like, oh, dude, he's after it. No, I gotta be the same way though, dude. I gotta show up if I want to like
blow up.
reap the benefits, So, but what are you at right now? Have you been progressing since
Yeah.
last time you were on? Are you
So-
doing better? Have you lost some weight?
So when I got home, I rushed home. I stripped down to my undies and weighed myself. And by the way, I didn't eat anything I had some pistachios today and some water and some of your awesome salt. But yeah,
Eat all the salt. Eat
I know,
as much as you want, dude. I can't eat that all.
I used to piss so much at work, and now like I don't. It's so great. I was fucking up so much. So yeah, it's really great. But I weighed myself, and I am 251 pounds. So
What were you
I was
last time?
I was 256 when I got off the stream. I weighed myself, I was 256. So in 2 weeks, it's like the thing is you ebb and flow. So over the past 2 weeks, though, I have noticed I've probably lost a couple pounds. Who knows how much more, but with my eating, I've been doing like I'm estimating it's a 500 calorie deficit a day, which should be like a pound a week. But then yeah, so who knows? But I feel good. I can't wait to weigh myself next week, see where I'm at. I'm going to work out tonight. I might do a plunge. We'll see.
Cold plunge?
We'll see.
Nice. That scares me just thinking about it. Just hopping in a pool right now. Like, oh,
Why?
dude, I would not want to do that. I don't do well. I never grew up like swimming a lot. Like,
Mhm.
I sink pretty well. I can swim like if I go to like a real pool where they got like lanes and stuff. I can make it to the other side, but I'm not an easy float. It's hard for me to like go long distances, I would say, swimming. But I don't know. Hopping in a cold pool right now, I don't know. It's something that like I
It
don't
seems
know,
unpleasant.
dude.
Like it seems really
It's
unpleasant to
unpleasant.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not as good though. Wim Hof.
Joe Rogan
Yeah,
likes it.
dude. Wim Hof. I love Wim Hof. Dude, the first time I did Wim Hof breathing, like I watched a video on like how to do his breathing technique. The very first time I did it, I held my breath for 3 minutes. And then I did it a few days later and I held my breath for 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Unreal. And then like before that, to get 1 minute, it was a struggle. Like I am struggling to hold my breath 1 minute. But it was like when I was doing his breathing techniques and then I would hold my breath, it added minutes on to my ability.
I need to start doing that. I was just joking, but today I did do some heart rate like reduction breathing. I was noticing during my Mets where I was like getting super focused and trying to focus on speed. I was like getting really into it, and I noticed I was like my heart rate was getting up, and I was like my hands weren't as dexterous. I noticed.
Yeah.
So like, and I've if you've done like a lot of adrenaline sports and stuff like that, you're like noticing even like small amounts of like increase. So I was like,
I noticed that
Yeah.
too. I've noticed that where I'll get really into it and I'll try and rush something. But when I rush
I'm
it,
tense.
You get a hot flash.
and I'm not as crisp with my movements. But if I like breathe a little bit, slow down a little bit, and just be mindful of my actions, I don't need to rush, but I'm quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's flow. It's like the if you know anything about racing, and everybody knows it, like it's common knowledge, but like smooth is fast, or what I forgot what it's like. God damn it. I'm too high.
Fast is smooth and smooth is fast.
Nope.
Something
It's
like
something
that.
slow. We're fucking idiots, dude. No. But basically when you slow things down, you end up going faster, right? Like you
I know the
focus on the
saying that you're
fundamentals.
talking about though. I've heard
Yeah.
it before.
Yeah. So yeah, like when you're taking corners, you want to make sure you're taking it properly, where you're keeping all your
Inside
momentum.
track.
You're not under or oversteering, all that jazz, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah, with working out, I'm going to be working out tonight, and then this weekend I'm working out both weekend days too. So, and I'm also going to work 12 on Saturday. So
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
My-
So
let's-
yeah,
We'll see if I come in Saturday. I want to work, but if I'm not in town, then I'm not going to. We'll see.
what were you thinking about being?
Me and Brooklyn might go up to the snow. But we'll see. Like we might go to go snowboarding, but
How
Fun,
long do
dude.
those season passes last?
they just extend. So we got the Epic Pass, which is for the Vail Resorts in Tahoe, which is North Star, Kirkwood, and Heavenly.
Those bitches got
And-
like 400 inches of snow.
Yeah, dude. There's been so much snow. It snowed this past week, and then it's supposed to snow like this next week, a couple days. They just extended the skiing season an extra 3 weeks this year.
Damn.
Which
awesome.
makes it they've extended an extra month. They started it a week early, and they've extended an extra 3 weeks into like middle of May. So, but we haven't gone in like a month and a half now. We were going like every weekend, and I was taking like 3-day weekends. I had a bunch of PTO, and we were going. And I might take one next week or the week after. I might take a 3-day weekend, and we might go because I want to it's her first time going to any of these places. I've been to all three, but I want to take her to I want to go to North Star, but not on a weekend where it's crowded and you got to wait in lines. I want to take her on a weekday where it's not as crowded and we could just go and really explore the whole place. So yeah, so we might do that Saturday. If we end up doing that Saturday, I won't be in, but if we end up not going, then I'll be there for at least 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
But Sunday, that's our opening day for our season.
Nice. Where
this
you guys
Sunday.
play?
We're supposed to play at the Army Depot fields, which are off Elk Grove or Florin. Is it Florin Perkins? I think Florin Perkins is the road. It's off. So if you take 50 from NorCal, you go straight down to Sac, you take Watt, exit, take a left, take a right on Folsom Boulevard, and then I think it's Florin Perkins right by the there's a you know Denios, you're from Roseville, right?
Yeah.
So there's a farmer's market out there that's like Denios. I don't know the name
sick.
of it, but it's right there. And then you take a left, and then there's the dump out there, and then there's the National Guard Armory out there and the Army Depot. And that's
All right.
there's two ball fields out there, and that's where
What time does it start?
play.
Sorry.
I don't know. I actually need to look that up. I don't know when it starts. But from what I've heard, they've already pushed the opening day. It was supposed to be this or last weekend. They pushed it a week back because of the storms. And we're supposed to have it this weekend, but I also heard that they have messed up. When they built the fields, they messed up the drainage. And so the fields aren't draining at all. And there's just massive
that sucks.
flooding on the fields, but it's supposed to be dry the next 2 days. And the league commissioner told our manager that they were going to be out there with a pump to pump out the field. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if it gets canceled or not. I hope that we play.
Me too.
I
I might
can't
go
wait
by
to use
and
my
see
new
you.
bats. So.
Jordan live streaming.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
So I will live stream it. I started when my team went to a tournament in Arizona in October, and I live streamed the games on Facebook. I might, I'll see if what's the best to live stream it on. On Facebook, it wasn't good because it would live stream at 240p. It was really hard to see. So
You can
either
see the ball.
yeah, I might live stream it here on YouTube, or I know Twitch has a high quality stream from my phone. But I'm going to try and live stream all of our games this year so we can clip highlights and stuff. I started doing it at that tournament, but this year I'm going to try and do every single one of our games because it's really easy to set up. I don't know why I hadn't done it before, but all the guys on my team love that I do it, and then they can go back and they can watch whatever they're doing there at bats and stuff. So, yeah, I will try. I will try and live stream it. If it's not, if we play and it's not raining. So, yeah. Thanks for reminding me, dude. I'll remember to bring my battery pack out there.
Yeah. Good job, Justin. So, Justin, where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm back home. I'm in the tiny home.
Nice.
In the spot. Got the trailer all hooked up to electronics today. Got the electricity flowing out there, and just kind of weighing the options with well, septic, this, that. Do I invest? Do I not? It's that's me today, because I didn't know if anything worked in the trailer that I bought, but washer works, dryer works, furnace works, everything works. So it's a livable space. So since now that I know that it's a livable space, do I invest more in it? Do I not? That's what I'm trying to decide, and which will take much more thinking. So
yeah. It's I'm looking for places right now too. So Like I feels like everybody's like looking for a new place, like trying to figure out housing right now. It's
Oh yeah.
something has to give eventually, but it's gonna be weird
The
when it
great
does.
millennial search for housing, dude.
Yep.
That's it's never gonna stop because we're fucking millennials, you know. So good luck to us.
I don't know. I think things have a way of balancing out eventually, and I don't
Maybe.
know. I feel for me, I'm just
I
like,
sure
okay,
hope.
like what can I control now? Like I haven't earned very much money in my life because I kind of just didn't do a good job in a lot of ways. I just was fucking up, and just kind of giving away my time for things, like learning things for the sake of learning them, and then giving all that away, which is great. But at this point, it's like, oh yeah, I also need to make sure I'm taken care of before I pursue creative endeavors.
Right.
yeah,
But
like
when average rent is higher than a mortgage, then there's issues. And that's
Yep.
just certain things that you can't ever equalize in a society that's kind of set up that way. So, I certain people can figure out certain niches and ways to get in and out, and maybe you do this or that, and but it is a disadvantaged search that we are all a part of. It's like
yeah,
we can't work minimum wage and graduate college and have there's no $20,000 houses anymore, and that's including inflation. Obviously it all is different, but there's no easy way in anymore. So
yeah,
yeah, man, that's a tough search, but Godspeed to you.
yeah. Well, if I just work my ass off, I can still try to find like because I don't need much. Like like because of that, like I've learned to like live on little,
Right.
and be frugal.
Right.
Like I don't have any debt, and like
Dude,
I
and
own
how
everything
freaking
have.
crazy that is,
So.
dude. Like so many people have so much debt. It's crazy.
I think we're all blessed in that way. Like, I don't think any of us carry debt month to
No.
month that's being tacked on and we have to worry about. We're very
No.
fortunate in that regard.
Yeah. Being
Yeah,
above
very.
water. Being above water is a very blessed position.
Yeah, it's crazy because then so but lucky there, and like saved 7K this year, which I'm happy about.
Dude, hell yeah, bro. Wow.
Yeah,
That's just
so
see when you start talking about like weight loss and then like saving
Mhm.
money, it's like, dude, those are like equatable things. You know what I'm saying? It's like money saved, that takes just as much effort as losing weight. It's like, dude, that like in today's society, that is so hard to do. Like, congratulations, man. That's awesome too.
Thank you, man.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much we talked about. I think I talked about my mental health journey last year a little bit.
Mhm.
Right? Okay. But yeah, so like when I started work at NorCal Controls at like in October, October. I was I was pretty fit. Like I think I was like 245 pounds or 240 pounds, but I was feeling myself. I was doing like 30-mile bike rides, which isn't that much, I know, but like mountain bike off
No, that's
road
good.
is
That's good.
pretty
That's
good.
healthy. That's good shit.
And
30
so
miles is on a bike. It doesn't matter what bike it is. That's a long ways.
yeah. But yeah, I just was hanging around people who were like, yeah, I did this once, like type of thing. So, but yeah, so I was fit, and then I gained weight after I started working there just because my shoulder injury, and like
Right.
It really, like I would basically come home really sore from work every day, honestly, just from the lifting I would do at work, and do squats, but like, and then I was overeating. Just and so crept back up, the way you're doing things, the way you do everything. So I was doing that. And then starting January, I started like eating better. So I was like 265 in January, I believe, or like started January, and then like went down to 250 at like early February. And then went back up a little bit again to 255, 256, and that's where I'm at, So I've been hovering around there. And so now I'm just like, all right, let's kick it on again. So
There you go. Nice, man.
yeah.
That was
that's
just
why
the holiday season.
Mhm.
I gained weight then too. there's a bunch
But
of
that
big
so
feasts.
but what I want to say that is impressive that you're able to save money and lose weight, because those things you would think are mutually exclusive, but they're not. It's like the less money you have, the worse the food, the more weight you gain. The more money you spend, the better the food you get, the more weight you can lose. So it's like that, it's a dedication on a monetary level and a lifestyle level. So that's doubly, impressive that you're able to save money and lose weight. That's awesome, man. Good stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and like I'm planning on working. I think I could do I think I might do a couple 55-hour weeks instead of 60-hour weeks. But I also might do some 65 or 66-hour weeks as well. Maybe even like a 70-hour week just for fun, just to do it. Just to
See if I can do it.
Yeah, honestly, well, just to have it under my belt, just be like, no, I did 70 hours. I did, my largest week so far was like 65, 66 hours. I was doing like 55 to 58 hours a week at DirecTV, AT&T DirecTV when I was installing satellite dishes there. 6-day mandatory weeks, so, but and that was all physical and everything. So I want to try to do a 70-hour week, just to have it under my belt, because you don't get a lot of opportunities to do that, and also do an environment that you enjoy being in,
Right,
that,
right,
you're
yeah,
volunteering
hell yeah.
for too. So but yeah, I'm really excited. This year's gonna be wild, man. Last year was super difficult, and this year, with the emotional control I have now from after starting Adderall last year, it feels like things are just rolling downhill. It's kind of a wild feeling in life. So
A positive
job,
snowball effect for once. A positive snowball effect. It's like,
yeah,
let's have this accumulation of greatness continue in an effortless fashion. That's fantastic.
yeah, man. So the next thing, other than getting a place to live, that's permanent, is dating. Going back to dating again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So took a break from it for a little while, and
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
I mean dating for serious relationship, not just people
Casual
you
hookup.
see. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Llamas.
that's
A llama.
Lommel.
The
Llama.
love of my life.
Do you know what a llama is? LOML.
No.
Love of my life.
Oh,
Like your partner in crime, your llama.
The yin to your yang.
yeah. And there can be many of those in life, and everything ends no matter what. Like you can nurture a plant as much as you want, but once its season is done, and if it's not you have to say goodbye to it, unless it's something fucking badass like strawberries, and you can just let it go, dude. And you say hello to it next year. Cheats on you with the ground. But yeah. So
no,
but,
yeah, but sometimes you can let that seed, spawn into something new as well. You take that old plant and you let it grow in a different way. I mean, I think this season, like I was talking to Jordan before, this is the Jordan year. This is 23. This is 2023.
That was what we talked about.
Oh,
that was
shit.
first thing. That was first thing. You're like, I forgot what it was, but it was like the first. I forget what the exact question was, but it was like, have you been getting after it this year? When we were talking about Pluto, and I'm like, yeah, dude, this year has been good. I've been pretty focused this year, focused more than I have in the past, and been able to I've been working a lot, making.
This is your year to win the
making
championship, man. This is
making money, working hard. I've had I feel like the better you are and more focused you are in all aspects, right? When it comes to physical discipline and working out, when it comes to what you eat and ingest in your body, when it comes to how hard you're working at your job, even if you don't like that job, just the effort you give into being the best version of every aspect of your life, it extends into everything that you want to do, So, and that's what I've been giving. I've been giving it my best so far. Well, I mean, I don't know. You can always give a little bit more. I feel like there's always ways to improve, but so far I've been giving it better than I have in the past, and I've been trying pretty hard. So,
yeah, dude.
I'm still improving.
Dude, I enjoy working with you, and also I was just remembering that Christmas party. So much fun dancing. Because I was just thinking like, oh yeah, that was December. Oh yeah, all that work has been done since then. Yeah, like everybody's been working hard, man. I've been seeing like the thing is like in shop, even though we talk, like we're still kicking ass in there. Like we all care, and then like we all are making minimal mistakes. It's pretty. I think almost all of us are hitting hours. I think so. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
everything else is kind of like extra, and we're all wanting to do extra, which is freaking cool. Partially because you got, you know, really cool people leading us and
Yeah.
possible incentives.
If there's like people that you don't want to be around, I've been at jobs where like you want to work overtime, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around that environment. I don't want to be around those people. They're assholes. They're not fun to be around. But here, I guess they'll come in and like it's like, okay, yeah, you want to come and hang out with friends? Yeah, hell yeah, okay, I'll come in and get paid
And get paid
extra.
to do it.
Yeah, get paid extra. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. I can't wait to update you on my weight loss. It's also nice to like have this to think about too, a little bit. When you're when you're struggling with eating, you're kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna weigh myself next week, and also like, you know, just all the things you will kick back into gear that you need to tell yourself, which has been nice. I was tempted to go get fast food tonight because I was just so hungry, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to podcast right away. I was like, nah, don't eat until after the podcast, like, and then you can like do something super small and then go for a workout, and then then you can eat before bed.
And you're able to
So-
curb that initial,
Urge.
whatever that, genetic itch is that you have to like satisfy right away. You're able to curb that just based off time if you allow it to happen. But that's the hard part, is allowing it to happen. Because if you're in that, I can get it right now, then let's just go get it right now,
And there was 28 to 85 places on the way home that I could have, gone and grabbed something.
Hey,
Oh
power
my god,
to you, brother.
the
Power
burrito
to
was
you.
speaking
Is-
to me. Oh,
Because Justin
my
doesn't
God,
have that, dude. Because Justin doesn't
Oh.
have that, dude. Justin's got between
Yeah,
his work
bro.
and home, he's just got forest, and there's nothing out there where he's at in Montana.
There ain't shit out here, bro. I'm eating goddamn green beans out of can. I'm just kidding. But hey,
Yeah, man.
dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Self-control, man. That's next to godliness there.
Yeah. So I need to actually go study some ignition, but I wanted to leave and just say, good night.
Oh
Good-
no!
oh, good night.
No, he's doing it. Oh no!
Oh! 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 No, he did it! He did it! He did it!
It's cold.
What?
Oh,
Oh! Almost fell. I almost
I
fell.
fell over.
No way!
Relatively cold.
No way, dude! I didn't
It's relatively
even-
cold.
I didn't know what was going on at first.
I can't
thought
hear
was
you, and I
gonna
also
be
can't
going.
touch my headphones. Like,
That was awesome. That was the
Yo!
coolest thing.
Yo!
Yes!
Flip it!
Yes!
Flip it!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Clip that shit.
Is that it, dude? Dude, I don't know. I don't even know if we can even talk about anything after that, dude. That's
I
just
think
like
that's the end of
the
it, bud.
pinnacle. That's the pinnacle.
I think that's as good as it gets.
That was awesome.
I think we might have to call it
I
there.
didn't know what he was doing. I thought he was just getting up and saying goodbye, and then I saw him like turn around, and I'm like, no way, no way.
Can we clip that? Can we clip that?
I'm gonna clip it. Yeah. Once I get,
Alright.
it takes like a second or like an hour or so to like process on
Upload
YouTube.
fully.
Well, yeah, it uploads to YouTube, and then it takes like, it does like its own processing thing. But then I can
Dude.
re-download it, and then once I re-download it 100%, I'm gonna clip that. That was
Yo,
sick.
I fell over in my chair, bro.
Dude, I was like this. I went back on the back too, and I was like, I would have like crashed into the wall back there.
Yo, that was legendary, bro. Let's go. That's
I am
fire.
sh-
All right.
I
That's
felt the
basic
shivers
now,
as he
baby.
jumped in.
I think that's got to be basics out.
You know what it is, everybody. Thanks for
You know
tuning
it.
in. thanks for watching the basics. Thanks for coming along this journey with us and learning a little bit about some stuff.
The basics.
And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Jordan. That's Justin. The basics.
Speeman. Basics.
are-
Ow!